Sports Center.
In the NBA, the San Antonio Spurs back on the road took care of business, though it almost slipped away. They beat the Kawhi-less Clippers 119-150. In college hoops, the tournament starts tonight with the first four doubleheader. First up will be the 16 seeds as they battle it out. UMBC, that's University of Maryland, Baltimore County, takes on Howard at 5:40. The winner getting to take on number 1 Michigan. They're followed by the 2-11 seeds, Texas and North Carolina State. Tip set for around 8:15. The winner advancing to take on BYU. You can catch it all on San Antonio's ESPN 1250 and 94.5 FM. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody! Whoop, whoop! How we doing? It's time. It's tournament time. Today is the day.
Finally,
we get underway. The first four. If you are one of those who celebrates first four, today is that day.
if you're wearing burnt orange, you better celebrate.
You have to. You have to. You are involved, friends. It's the Morning Huddle, 94.1. I'm AJ, your old pal, your bestie. And here's the restie, Rob Thompson.
I'm the restie.
That's right. Good morning, Robert. How are you?
Howdy.
And over there on the other side of the glass, Victor Brown. Good morning, Victor Brown.
Good morning.
Yes. What a day. What a day to be alive in San Antonio, Texas. The tournament gets underway today. And do you have a tradition? Do you do something
For first four?
No, I mean just in general for the tournament.
For the first
first four tradition unlike any other.
The first half of my life, you had to take the day.
Yeah.
You couldn't even, there was no phone. You couldn't watch it on your phone. If you had I remember one year I snuck a tiny TV, into my cubicle and stuck it in a drawer so I could look down and try to follow the game.
Yeah.
On one of those little tiny mid-90s TVs. So, no, traditionally I don't work on Thursday.
Okay.
So I'll be here Thursday. That doesn't mean I'll be
involved.
No, but that is, not the
That's
joke
the beauty
was always
of morning shows now is
I'm done. I'm golden. But for the longest time, by this point, if your plan was in effect, you'd be headed into work on Tuesday, not sounding very good.
Yeah.
Because you and then tomorrow you come to work and you're a saint because you don't feel good, you don't look good, but you're there to do your job. But finally, by Thursday, you're so sick you can't come to work.
Well, that's the thing about I you know what, I'll lump all of this is one time where I can lump our generations together. My generation certainly was the generation that could go out and party all night and show up at work the next day still wearing the wristband from the nightclub you were at the night before, and you're near death, but you show up to work.
That was twice a week.
Yeah. When I started doing radio, I was like 23, 24-year-old man in Austin, Texas. The world was my oyster, and I was doing early morning radio. So did that keep me from going out and partying on 6th pretty much every night? No, it didn't. It just meant that I showed up the next day, dehydrated, near death, and I powered through. And people would be like, "Oh, are you okay?
You're a man.
Are you feeling all right?" And I'd be like, "Oh, I'm fine. Yeah, it's cedar, is what it's really bothering me." Meanwhile, I'm like on my inside, I might die. Today's generation, the generation of your kids and my kids, they can't go to work the next day if
all week.
If their horoscope says it's a bad idea, or if they feel like their aura isn't right, they'll just stay home. kids now are soft. So
We're smarter than we are.
There's no way.
I might argue smarter, but that's a
There's no
whole other
way
thing.
they can pull a 14-hour beer-drinking basketball watch session then show up to work the next day. They ain't built like we are. I'll tell you that right now. So that's now. Also, there were $5 or 5-cent hamburgers when I was a kid. So that's just to let you know. We're real men.
Well, I'm just talking about making sure you get the day off on Thursday. That was the tradition. And you couldn't stay home because you only got like a third of the games.
Yeah.
So you had to go find a bar that would be open at 10:30. And there were a few of them. And they'd just pour you out at the end of the game, at the end of the night. And that was the Friday morning get up was never easy. But here it goes. This is truly the best week of the year. And it begins tonight at 6, and we'll go until Sunday night. Last game will go off about 8:30 to 9, and then we'll get about a 3-day recovery period. And by the time, and then we'll hit it again on Thursday when the dollar values really start to double. It's just an incredible kind of thing. I just woke up this morning just knowing it's here. It's finally here.
Yeah. This is one of my favorite times. Now, I'm also a person. This is the other part of me being old school. I don't really like the first four.
Well, I mean, it's games.
I don't like
this.
This
is do or die, and the drama of survive and advance. It begins, and these are the true survivors. I mean, any team that plays tonight or tomorrow, if they win more than one game, is a miracle. I mean, if any one of these, we got 8 today and 8 tomorrow.
No, 4 today, 4 tomorrow.
We got 8 total. So you look at the total of the possibilities of one of these teams winning another game. Now, granted, some of them are going to be playing a little bit higher seed than 16. It's a miracle. I mean, and a miracle could start with like Texas tonight. I mean, if they manage to win another game in the tournament after tonight, go home and celebrate. It's one of those things that the little victories truly do matter for an entire program.
And there have been runs since the first 4 have come into existence.
UMBC.
VCU in 2011 won a first 4 game and then made it to the Final Four. And UCLA 2021 or 2022 21 went to they were a first 4 team, went all the way to the Final Four.
Both of them landed in Texas.
Yep. So and there's been like Tennessee won their first 4 and made it to the Sweet 16 a couple years ago. It's not unprecedented that a team who wins today or tomorrow can go on a run. So it does matter.
It catapults coaches. You can you can make millions of dollars because of a win tonight.
Ask Shaka Smart.
Ask Shaka, literally. He landed in San Antonio as the head coach of VCU. He flew out of San Antonio as the head coach of Texas.
And that was a first 4 run that started on a play-in game.
Mm-hmm.
In wrestling, we used to call them the pigtail match. That was you had to, if you were one of the lower seeds, you had to win a pigtail match
just to get
you
yourself
got in.
Yeah, that's why. You're right. It's more than we need, but I'm certainly not happy. I have it. I'm glad I get to see it tonight.
Yeah, and also, it is a Spurs basketball day. If you don't celebrate first 4, you get a Spurs game tonight.
Yeah.
So you got one last night. What a roller coaster that game was.
You want to talk about slip sliding away? The Clippers didn't lose. They truly ran out of time.
Thank God for about a 12-minute span where the Clippers were just trash, because the rest of the game they kind of controlled. But when they were trash, they were really trash for pretty much just give them the whole second quarter. Yeah,
and most of the third, really.
Yeah, but it was an uneven performance for the Spurs, but at the end of the day, they got a victory, and that's what matters. There was no Kawhi Leonard for the Clippers, and a shocking development. He did not play.
Steph Castle did, though.
Steph Castle did. Well, I mean, the other thing, there was a lot of good about Steph Castle last night. And there was a lot of good on the other side about Darius Garland. But both of them, Garland particularly, a little loose with the basketball. Little loose with the ball.
And well, it got a little loose for everybody involved there in the fourth. It was a mess.
But a good win for the Spurs, albeit not the prettiest, and made you sweat profusely at the end. No matter,
man. When the when the buzzer went off and they flashed to Mitch when the game was over, you could tell he was trying to smile. Like, yeah, we got this one. Everybody run into the locker room as fast as you can.
Yes.
I got something to say.
And great news if you are a Spurs fan, tonight is Sacramento Kings night.
The Aaron Fox revenge game.
Yeah. Oh, yes. That's all he's been thinking about is vengeance.
Vengeance versus those sucky
Yes,
Kings.
the hated Sacramento Kings.
Yeah.
Imagine does you think anybody has a rivalry with the Kings?
No.
No.
It is, man.
They're the friendliest team. Like, yeah, what a fun team to be in town.
I don't know if San Antonio is thought of like this, but I know when you land in Sacramento, all you can think about is what time is our flight.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no there at all. There's nothing to do.
I like to think at least in San Antonio, maybe people are like, oh, where can we go eat?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And, there's something I would like to think, at the very minimum culturally, that you would want to go do. There's not that in Sacramento.
You don't respect the Sacramento culture?
I spent a couple of playoff series in Sacramento, and there's nothing to do in Sacramento.
Before I took this job, I flew out to Sacramento twice to interview for a job.
The long Bonneville folks.
Yeah, R.I.P. But
yeah,
there are and they took me around. There's some charming parts of town.
It's a state capital, so you get all the stuff that goes along with that. But
there's a lovely little downtown, but
all you can see is like the mountain. Like, how far are those mountains?
I'll tell you what, though.
There? Is that within 100 miles?
There's when you grow up, you have a picture in your head of what California is.
That ain't it.
And it ain't Sacramento.
That's more like DFW.
It ain't Sacramento.
Flat and dusty.
It's a unique place.
It's a bread basket, right? That's where they're growing all the food.
Yeah, there is it's an agriculture part.
That's the look and feel, man. They're as redneck as anybody else in the country.
Oh yes,
they are, man. Country.
Yeah. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back and we'll start looking at some of these games. The first four getting underway tonight, including a little Texas flavor. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your early morning commute, we do have an accident on the south side at 35 northbound, right as you approach Division. 2 left lanes are blocked. It has you slow from South Cross for now, about a 5-minute delay. 35 northbound, Weidner to O'Connor. That's about a 17-minute ride. We've got some road work, so the roadway reduced to 1 lane has you slow from 410. Southbound side of 35 Randolph on down to 410. That's a 20-minute commute, again, due to road work. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. Starting stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement. Batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Hey, this is Rob Thompson here with my good friends from Prize Picks. I've got a little hint for you. I want you to go download Prize Picks right now. And if you remember the code Alamo, you're going to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Remember, that's code Alamo, and you'll get $50 in lineups. That's just from me to you. Now, let's talk about why you want to go get on Prize Picks, because right now is the best time to play Prize Picks, because the season's meat is there. We know what the teams are doing. We know who's going to get more or less. Now go capitalize. As college ends up, as the NBA pros head toward the playoffs, you know that Wemby's trending up. You know that Steph Castle's trending up. You know that certain guys are trending down. Now's the time to go play. So when you're playing basketball and you are winning, remember what Prize Picks does for you? If they start out fast, you can go ahead and cash out before the game's even over. That's why I love Prize Picks. Also, you got good picks? Share them on social media. They're going to help you do that. Prize Picks is fantastic because being right is good, being right more is better, but man, it feels so good to be right.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149. I love my Kinetico water softener. Dave here, and yes, I own a Kinetico. Other water softeners just can't measure up. So if your old unit keeps breaking, leaking, or burning through salt, stop paying for frustration. A Kinetico doesn't run on electricity. It powers itself using your water flow and only cleans itself when needed, not on a timer. And Kinetico backs its efficiency claims with independent testing through the Water Quality Association. Kinetico protects your plumbing and appliances. It helps dishes and fixtures stay cleaner and leaves your skin and hair feeling better. And right now, with the purchase of a Kinetico, you receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. For clean, pure water 24/7, call Kinetico of San Antonio and the Hill Country, 210-656-PURE, and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
KineticoSA.com.
License number 38961.
Progressive knows you think the grass is always greener, like maybe you ride a motorcycle. But today, it's raining. So you wish you had an RV, but if you did, you'd have to listen to some guy parked next to it at a campsite plays acoustic guitar. Now, before you start wishing you had a boat, remember, your brother-in-law would invite himself every weekend.
Permission to come aboard, Captain?
But one thing that is greener is the money you could save when you bundle your RV, boat, or motorcycle with your home or auto with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be 1,000,000 miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being 1,000,000 miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit Tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
Jackson Hewitt has a great tax prep deal, $149 or less. Missing out is like ignoring the check engine light in your car. You'll regret it. Seriously, the price is only $149 or less, no matter how complicated. So don't wait. Like when you get a password expires today alert, or you're shopping online and there's only one item left. It's like your taxes are in the cart. Just complete the purchase. Hurry! This deal for $149 or less is like your phone at 1%. It's about to power down. Limited time offer for new clients on federal returns. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com/149.
This is an important notice to all U.S. taxpayers. The IRS is giving away billions of dollars in tax savings through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative to aid delinquent taxpayers. This initiative was established for anyone facing financial hardship and unable to pay their back taxes. Qualifying and enrolling in this program will stop all collections, settle your delinquent tax problem, and even reduce what you owe by thousands of dollars. Call the hotline at People's Tax Relief to see if you qualify and get this free information by dialing 800-922-1284. If you have unfiled tax returns or cannot afford to pay your personal or business back taxes, you can now get the help you need. One simple phone call can resolve your tax problem and save you thousands of dollars. To see if you qualify and to get this important free information, call 800-922-1284. 800-922-1284. 800-922-1284.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more. USPS, official shipping sponsor of the NHL.
You're locked on The Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
Bam, bam, bam. Do, 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 do. Hey, everybody. Good morning.
The other Vaughn.
Yes. Little bluesy action.
I like the Thunderbirds.
Yeah.
They're fun.
It's got a vibe to it.
I saw the Thunderbirds open for Stevie.
Okay.
And then Stevie, when he closed, he came out in the encore and sat with a double neck guitar and started playing just a bit. And then with a spotlight, and the spotlight dropped for a second, it came back on, and Jimmy was standing behind him, and they were both playing one of the necks of the guitar.
Oh.
It was a religious experience.
Nice.
It really was. I floated away. It was gone, just into the vapor. Texas Blues Fest, 1990. Stevie was dead in a week.
Oh.
He died that next week.
Damn.
Didn't mean to bring the show down.
Yeah, that's great.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I digress.
Thanks, man. Yeah. All right. We have basketball tonight. Oh, yes, we've got basketball. And
I haven't heard that yet. It'll be at some point today. You'll have to hear it.
Well,
in a promo and a bump, we're playing basketball.
We'll also hear dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
That goes straight to my brain.
Yes. Oh, yes.
You hear that? That's the dopamine release.
Yep. Your first four game. Well, there is there are two first four matchups technically tonight, and I do not want to besmirch UMBC and Howard. It should be a basketball game.
Well, UMBC is a 16 seed. We've seen before. They're a threat.
UMBC. You're right. This is
as Virginia.
Yeah, but the likelihood that the winner of this game is around, for much longer is pretty slim.
Last I saw Michigan, they lost. I mean, the trend is that
yeah.
But you're saying there's a chance.
Yeah, I'm not even saying there's a chance, quite frankly. These teams are, while they are not, I wouldn't say they're bad teams. They are not good teams, and they, somebody had to win their conference. They were the winners of their conference.
These teams don't qualify for the. Hey, man, we're good. We beat a lot of teams, and you got to play to us, too. There's some mid-majors. I think when you look at, like, VCU and Wichita State and those schools, hey, man, we're tough. We've won our 25 games. We're as good as anybody in the country. And they come in – now, they might not be right, but I do think that there's a just belief that they can do that. Yeah, when you're a 16 seed and you're Howard, first of all, you're just happy that you've got to hold on a piece of hardware at the end of the season. You've already had a pretty good celebration because you didn't expect to be there probably. And if you get one more win, just one more, you're a team for the ages for those schools. You won a game in the tournament. And that might only happen once every 10 years, but you did it, and you become a legend in that athletic department. You get a special place in the gym. The net that you got to cut down will be hanging there for the rest of your life, man. So it's that kind of stuff that I love watching because – but if you lose, you get to put on your suit and go to work.
Yeah.
This is it, brother. So there is the do-or-die kind of thing that no matter the quality of the team itself, the game can be extraordinary because of the stakes.
So Howard, they are the Bison, for those unaware and, uneducated. At the Bison, it's a school out of D.C. They play in the MEAC, which the MEAC is the worst basketball conference in the country. It is by all metrics, it is the absolute dumpster. It is the goo at the bottom of the dumpster.
That's a lot of guys that stayed home.
Yeah, they have. They played a couple teams that you may have heard of this year. They played Missouri to start the season, and they lost by 21 points. They played Duke, the number 1 overall seed. They lost by 37 points in that matchup. They played Northwestern out of the Big Ten. They lost by 20 in that matchup. And they played Yale, who, while not a tournament team, was a top 100 team all season long and was the regular season Ivy League champions. They lost that one 87-81. That was their most competitive loss against a somewhat quality team. What they did in conference, They went 11-3 in conference. They won both their conference tournament games, albeit none of them were against even remotely good competition. Howard was they are the only team in this conference that is ranked upward of the top 300. So think about it, 365 teams in D1 basketball, all but one of them are outside the top 300. That's Howard. So they are way better than their peers, but that does not make them very good. UMBC, on the other hand, they did. I don't believe they played a single game against you know what? They played Georgetown, Big East team. They lost by 9. They played Dayton. They played George Washington, some Atlantic 10 teams. They lost both of those. They played South Florida, a tournament team, lost by 25.
They sound evenly matched.
Yeah, this is now they come out of the America East, and UMBC is University of Maryland, Baltimore County. So you may guess they are from Baltimore, Maryland. The Retrievers or the Dogs, but it's the Retrievers. The America East Conference is the second worst conference analytically.
That's why they're playing each other.
Yes, so they've paired these two up, and they said, "Okay, you came from the worst two conferences,
but you won them.
Congratulations."
Well, again, UMBCC, whatever you want to call them, they did beat Virginia in a 16-1. There is proof in the pudding that a school like that can, in fact, do it if given the opportunity. So
now
it's enough for me.
The problem with that is none of those players, none of those coaches are there.
But that's why we watch this tournament, because there's always a new one.
Yes, there is always a new one. And
there'll be one this year. Now, I don't think a 16 will win, but there's going to be a 15. There always is.
Yeah. Ironically, the coach that was at UMBC at the time when they beat Virginia, that was what year was that? 2018?
8 years ago.
The coach of UMBC at that time is a fella named Ryan Odom. Mm-hmm. And after brief stops at Utah State and VCU, Ryan Odom is the current head coach at the University of Virginia.
His dad was
full circle.
His daddy was the head coach of Virginia for 20 years when I was in school.
So Ryan Odom now goes from beating Virginia in the first round to now coaching Virginia. I think Ryan Odom has a much better chance of winning a game this tournament than UMBC does. So enough about that game. That's the appetizer.
It's going to be good.
That's like a little.
Is that's the first one?
That's the first one.
Prime time, Texas, North Carolina State gets some TV eyes on.
It's a disappointing appetizer. It's like
I don't know why you keep calling it that. It's a game. It's 2 16 seeds.
Are you going to watch it?
Absolutely, from beginning to end.
Well, it's funny. Like, I would watch a game like this if I bet on it in the regular season. I've got because I don't have a betting angle on it. I've got no interest in watching it. And you're like, oh, I'm going to watch every minute of it.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Because what I told you, the possibility, the do or die thing. This is what makes the tournament great. It's not the bets. It's the finality of the loss. These teams have both had good seasons. Both of them believe one of them's going to get to go play again. And guess what? They're going to be on national TV get to play Michigan. No, yeah, they're sacrificial lambs. But the UMBCC thought that 8 years ago. It is those kind of stories, and it's going to happen, and I want to watch it. It is the glory of the victory, but also it's the end for there's going to be 8 dudes at the end of both of these games that'll never put on a uniform again, ever. I mean, it's do or die, blood and guts kind of stuff. I love it. I mean, I live for these kind of weeks where it is the finality is there, but the possibility is extraordinary. Just the chances. Give me a shot. Get me on the stage, and there's going to be a team that just wanted the spotlight. Give me a chance, and there'll be one this year, and I don't want to miss it like every year.
All right, I'll watch the last 3 or 4 minutes if it's close. Otherwise, I don't.
I'm glad you'll join us.
I don't want to watch these teams play. This is bad basketball.
Not bad. See, you're throwing. These are 2 good teams. You're going to see good basketball, just not to the 5-star 7-foot version that you're used to. That that you look for. There's other things there.
It's okay to say that some basketball is bad.
But this isn't it. This isn't it.
I just told you these are the representatives from the
teams,
two worst conferences in the country.
Yes, but these are teams that are on streaks, that are won at least 3 games in a row. They're both playing as good as they can. It's
as good as they can.
Yes. But see, that's the glory of the sports. That's where gambling shaves down the greatness of sports, because you get too analytical about it. And the greatness of sports, what brings you back, is the visceral feel of victory, the visceral feel of execution and winning. The reason we watch these, everybody got a little bit of money, but it's not about that. It's about the games, man. It's about the dudes that put in the work, and that's why we love it. That's why we look forward to this.
Yeah, you have a different kind of love for this than I do. I like this game. I know,
and it's not just this game; it's every game. It's not just the 16s; it's every one of them. And I get more of that with Tuesday nights. I'm not mad at it.
I just don't like the 16 versus 16 matchups. That like those two games are literally the 4 worst teams in this tournament. This is the bottom of the barrel. It's just hard for me to get up to watch. Like, okay, who gets to go lose to Duke? Like,
but again, that's the gambler in you.
Because this is a useless game.
But you'll watch a bowl game that has.
No, I really don't.
Okay, so that's the sadness that you're jaded to the point where you've lost the glory in this. I mean, the game, the most fun games. I'm telling you, the most fun games that you'll ever see are the ones that you'll walk in on the beginning of a tournament when there's like 50 people in the stands and there's nobody paying attention, and everybody on the court is so dialed in you don't realize that there's nobody or that's full. And you can see the coaching, you can see the players, you can see the personality of what's going on. There's no better than that. And these kind of games offer that. You get a little step inside of these teams, because there's going to be some fans. There's going to be fun because it's a little tiny gym, but it's more about the team than it is about the environment. I love that. It's the essence of why I love basketball is these kind of things, because these guys, they're not that great, but right now they put it all together at the right time. They won their district. They won the conference. We got cheerleaders. They got a thing on the bus when they're heading out of town. I mean, this is the glory in that. And they're on national TV. Guys from UMBC, they're going to be on national TV. It's the biggest moment of their lives, and I want to be a part of that.
Well, to Rob's point, these teams have Howard has the 8th longest active winning streak in the country.
They believe, man.
Well, they believe because they played the worst conference schedule in the whole world.
I beat who's in front of me. I feel pretty good at the end every night.
And UMBC, in fact, has the 2nd longest active win streak in the country. At 12 consecutive games. So
they're doing something right. I mean, they might be the best 2A teams we'll ever see, but it's going to be a good game.
Okay. Enjoy it. We'll talk about Texas and North Carolina State. To me, this is like the appetizer, like the guy with the walking around with the hors d'oeuvres, and he comes by and he's got like one of those miniature pickles with a toothpick in it. And goes, "Here you go." And you go, I don't want that.
Not even close, brother. This is the full-on salad bar at Chamagaucha. It is that. It's salad.
My gosh.
But it's going to be fine, man. There's a reason why it's on. You're one of the minority.
This is the stuff that gets thrown out to the rats at the end of the night. We'll talk Texas, North Carolina State on the other side.
Just sad, jaded.
It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your early morning commute, we do have an accident on the south side at 35 northbound, right as you approach Division. 2 left lanes are blocked. It has you slow from South Cross for now about a 5-minute delay. 35 northbound, Weidner to O'Connor. That's about a 17-minute ride. We've got some road work, so the roadway reduced to 1 lane has you slow from 410. Southbound side of 35 Randolph on down to 410. That's a 20-minute commute, again, due to road work. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Thomas J. Henry Injury Attorneys, available 24/7.
Since 1993, Thomas J. Henry dedicated himself to building a firm that injured clients can trust and respect. A firm backed by a track record of success and commitment to our clients. If you've been injured, trust Thomas J. Henry, San Antonio, Texas.
Thinking about testosterone? Synergenics and Low T Center offers insurance-covered TRT personalized to your lab, symptoms, and goals. This month, the men's T-test is free. $200 off women's hormone testing and major savings on weight loss treatments. Learn more at Synergenics.com.
My name is Jessica. Years ago, I was diagnosed with a thyroid condition. I slept all the time, was fatigued, had no energy, and a bad attitude. Now I've lost 50 pounds and I'm still losing. My medications have been scaled back, my emotions are stable, and I have lots of energy. People at work say I'm happy, perky, and my husband says he's not walking on eggshells around me any longer. The Institute for Functional Health changed my life.
Call for your complimentary consultation, 210-468-1891. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health.
People. They're good. Good for laughs, for snorts, for cries, and goodbyes. People are good for doing nothing or getting up to something. People are good for squad goals and squad. People are good for you. Jim Beam. Best enjoyed together.
Jim Beam, Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, 40% alcohol by volume, 2026, James B. Beam Distilling Company, Claremont, Kentucky.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates. Northbrook, Illinois.
My son loves to fly kites, but my active psoriatic arthritis can sometimes hold me back. Now with Skyrizi to treat my skin and joints, I'm ready to go. Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults, helps with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. For those who also have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible with just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
With Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi today and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
The tournament is back. You know there's going to be upsets. You know there's going to be buzzer beaters. And I can tell you, Underdog is the best place to get in on all the action. Hi, Jason Minix here from The Blitz. On Underdog, you can make your picks and win money right now here in Texas. Love playing on Underdog because it's fun and it's easy. Because you pick whether your favorite players are going to go higher or lower on stats like points, rebounds, steals, and more. Get all your picks right, you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. So download the Underdog app today. Use my promo code STAR to score $50 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code STAR at Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-MY-RESET or visit ncpgambling.org.
Hop in a John Deere Gator XUV for a day's work. Let's see what's on the to-do list. There goes the tree. And the fence. Not a problem. Because you've got a cargo box filled with solutions. Up to 4,000 pounds of towing capacity. And you're ready to roll.
The power's out!
Here we go again. The Gator XUV. Built for every kind of workday. Learn more at johndeere.com/Gator XUV. Nothing runs like a deer.
This is an important notice to all U.S. taxpayers. The IRS is giving away billions of dollars in tax savings through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative to aid delinquent taxpayers. This initiative was established for anyone facing financial hardship and unable to pay their back taxes. Qualifying and enrolling in this program will stop all collections, settle your delinquent tax problem, and even reduce what you owe by thousands of dollars. Call the hotline at People's Tax Relief to see if you qualify and get this free information by dialing 800-924-7415. If you have unfiled tax returns or cannot afford to pay your personal or business back taxes, you can now get the help you need. One simple phone call can resolve your tax problem and save you thousands of dollars. To see if you qualify and to get this important free information, call 800-924-7415. 800-924-7415. 800-924-7415.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement. Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, we are live at the Root Pub, 281 and Redland Road.
St. Patrick's Day, no better place to be than the Roof for St. Patty's Day and the basketball that is underway.
Ooh.
Don't do that. The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hi, this is Joe Reinagel, and you're listening to the home of the Dallas Cowboys, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's fair. I'm a snob when it comes to sports. I want to see the highest level of things
all the time. At the very beginning. First, we want one-on-one.
Well, no, I mean I do want to see it. Like if I'm watching, I at least want to see one high caliber team. You know what I mean? And
what's caliber?
One team that is that's got. I don't know, any sort of title aspirations or
you
any
got two teams with titles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well.
Like I said, we're on a text with you and your son.
My son texted, "Who hurt you, AJ?"
Yeah, you guys are the kind, like, if it's the 8th grade girls district championship, you can be like, both teams are on a 4-game win streak. These gals are tough.
Don't slippery slope me.
That's what you guys do.
But I do appreciate effort. I do appreciate the game. And if it is an 8th grade thing, I'll find a way to enjoy it. Yeah, you know what? You might be right. I will find a way to enjoy that game.
Yeah, I won't.
I'll appreciate the coach or the effort or something. There'll be a reason for me to walk out and go, hey, that was worth my time. That was worth the hour to see somebody do something maybe they didn't expect. Do something extraordinary. Extraordinary is certainly a relative thing.
So when I was coaching baseball, and I had a high level team, and I had a low level team, and when I had that low level team, I would almost always drag my son to play with us because you're allowed to add a couple players to your team. And I would make him play, and usually one other kid from one of my good teams.
Because winning was the only thing.
Well, because it was just a way to get them some reps at like a different position or something like that. But we would play these tournaments, and it could be a tournament where there were 30 teams, and if that bad team that was a bunch of kids playing bad baseball against other kids playing bad baseball, if we won that tournament, like, my kid would give the ring to his little brother because it meant nothing because it was bad baseball.
That's sad. That's sad.
Like,
that's unfortunate.
It was way more meaningful for him to get third place in a tournament against high caliber kids.
I'll tell you, my experience in coaching is I had more fun and saw more growth and had more entertainment coaching the average than I did the greats.
Oh, not me.
See, the average, the things that they pulled out of it, I had more fun in coaching games and tournaments. The wins meant more. Watching those guys
the wins mean more because they're so much harder to get.
Well, I mean, yes, that's true. That's absolutely it. And
you got to keep kids from scoring on their own basket. You
got to keep. I hate to say it, AJ, but what you just said is the problem with youth sports. You just summed it up. What you just said, I find very sad.
See that you're one of the everybody should get a trophy guys.
No, absolutely not. Don't throw me in there, AJ. But for you to say, I brought better kids down to play with these kids, that to me sums it up. That ruins. That's why we're in so many of the problems we have today because of that.
So what should it have been? What should I have done?
I'm just saying,
let the crappy kids all play by themselves and lose the first game and go home.
It's not all about wins and losses when you're 9.
No, these are like 14-year-old
even
kids.
At 14.
But even then,
it's about improvement. It's about getting better at the game.
If you play one game and go home, you never get a chance to improve.
Well, that's only games. That's the other problem. We play too many games and we don't have enough practices. But the idea of this, and it extrapolates to the 216s. It's not all about the Final Four. It's about the journey. It's about the destination. And it's about that with the teams, too. It's about the beginning game. It's about the 5th game. It's about the 12th game. It's about the last game. And to be able to watch them get to a place where I don't know how good Howard thought they were going to be. I don't know how good UMBCC expected to be, but I do know this. They turned themselves into champions, and both these teams are ready to play. It's not going to be a bunch of alley-oops and dunks, no, but there will be execution, and you're going to see two styles inflicted and who can come back and do all that kind of stuff. That's why I love it. Is it the best game? No.
Did you watch the Howard and North Carolina Central game, the championship of the MEAC?
I don't think it was even televised in my neighborhood.
Of course it was, but
I'm kidding, but no, I didn't see it.
But why not? They were playing for a conference title.
If I'd have had a chance, I would have. I watched every one that I could have. I mean, I watched Cal Baptist. I watched the Queens College. I watched a bunch of them. I watched everyone I could. And, you take away stuff. I thought that Queens school was pretty damn good. I know I wouldn't have wanted to play them.
All right. Yeah, we view sports differently. All right. We'll get into the Texas North Carolina State matchup on the other side. A little preview of that. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
4. All right, fellas, quick heads up. The 94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Spring Golf Classic at the Golf Club of Texas on Monday, March 30th. Yeah, it's officially sold out. 4. But don't worry, you can still be part of the fun. Join us after the round for the ultimate golf after party at 90 Proof Bar and Grill at Lucky Road Ranch and Highway 90. Cold drinks, great food, and about 1,000 exaggerated stories about the one drive that almost hit the fairway. The sold-out Spring Golf Classic, presented by Flight by Yingling and sponsored by Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, Jim Beam, and Sarah Auto Group, On the Rocks Premium Cocktails, PPL Motorhomes, and Hornitos Tequila.
Move over, Chips. There's a new crunchier MVP in the snack aisle. Enter pork rinds. Southern recipe pork rinds are low-carb, gluten-free, and packed with protein to keep you going. And the flavors, big, bold, crunchy. From sweet barbecue to hot honey, every bite brings that flavor-packed crunch you crave. Grab your favorites today at H-E-B or online at porkrinds.com. Southern recipe pork rinds are your snack time, crunch time hero.
Hi, everybody. It's Joe Reinagel. Now is a great time of year to get your roof inspected and ready for our crazy spring weather. Be it hot, cold, rain, or hail, who knows what Mother Nature has in store for us this year. Call Stevens Roofing at 210-785-0994. Your roof protects your home and your family. A quality roof overhead means comfort, confidence, and certainly peace of mind. Now is the time to get your roof ready for spring. Call Stevens Roofing at 210-785-0994 or go to stevensroofing.net.
Trying to keep up with today's fast-changing digital landscape? With more ways to consume content than ever before, it is getting harder to reach your customers. You need more than just a presence. You need the experts at Conrex Digital. We craft websites that convert. We curate engaging content on social and blog channels. We generate quality leads through Google and Meta. We dominate your competition on streaming TV. Bold marketing, real results. Conrex Digital makes it happen. Visit conrexdigital.com. That's conrexdigital.com.
Join NAW, Northwest Automotive Warehouse, the San Antonio Gunslingers, and Real Truck for a pregame tailgate party. Saturday, March 28th. Bring the family and meet the team ahead of their March 29th season opener with free food, games, and prizes. Plan your tailgating and seasonal adventures with Real Truck products like Undercover Ultraflex, Retracts, and other outdoor must-haves. Join NAW, the Gunslingers, and Real Truck for a free family event on Saturday, March 28th at Northwest Automotive Warehouse on Culebra Road. Online at nawtruckaccessories.com.
90 Proof Bar and Grill is the ultimate spot to catch a game and satisfy your cravings. Kitchen's open till midnight every day, serving up delicious bites to fuel your hunger. Plus daily drink specials. Make every night a winning night at 90 Proof Bar and Grill, corner of Highway 90 and Lucky Ranch.
So my friends over at Pure Talk have been sending me customer feedback from consumeraffairs.com, where thousands of people rate and review the top wireless providers. Here, for instance, is a nice note from James in Raleigh, North Carolina, who writes, quote, After hearing Mike Rowe's ad, we made the switch to Pure Talk, and we couldn't be happier. We went from spending $1,200 a year with T-Mobile to $420 with Pure Talk. Thanks, Mike. Switch today! ! Pure Talk is saving James $820 a year. And because he literally wrote the words "switch today" in capital letters with an exclamation point, I'm going to go ahead and dedicate this commercial to him. So, folks, take it from James. In Raleigh, North Carolina, Pure Talk can give you unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data for just $25 a month on the same 5G service the big guys are overcharging you for. Just dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. You'll also save 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 to save an additional 50%. Thanks, James.
Jackson Hewitt will do your taxes for $149 or less, no matter how complicated. So if you're a delivery driver, / handyman, / wedding DJ, you pay only $149 or less. We're talking to you, waitress.
Check, please.
/ pet sitter, / influencer. Just $149 or less. Want your refund to work as hard as you? Hurry. Don't wait. File with Jackson Hewitt today. Limited time offer for new clients on federal returns. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com/149.
Love college basketball? Gear up for another exciting season of college ball with a special offer from BetMGM. Sign into your BetMGM account and enjoy a college basketball odds boost token to snag even more winnings on your next bet. Just log into the BetMGM Sportsbook app, add any college basketball bet to your bet slip, and activate your odds boost token. If you win your bet with your token activated, you'll score extra winnings. It's that simple. Log in and enjoy our odds boost token to help you create another memorable season of college ball. Head for the net with BetMGM all season long. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. Must be 21 years of age or older. This promotional offer not available in D.C., Mississippi, New York, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. Subject to eligibility requirements in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Total.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Woo. All right, good morning, everybody. Texas, North Carolina State, the other first 4 game tonight. A little more.
There's something to it.
Yeah, I'll watch this because I mean, I feel like the winner of this game has a chance to win a game or two. And not much of a chance, but a puncher's chance at least.
I don't dispute that at all. And of course, the caliber of play is significantly higher. I mean, these guys are legitimate ballers, even though Texas isn't to the quality that Austin is accustomed, at least by man-for-man talent. But here we sit with an opportunity to exit a North Carolina State team that I don't know. I don't know which team has stumbled or looked more inept over the last 10 games. I really don't, because Texas is
they're both falling up. Like, I mean, you mentioned the last game. Well, both these teams playing great ball. Now, both the teams we just talked about would get their asses kicked by these
25,
teams.
Yes, there's no doubt.
But neither one of these teams come into the tournament with any real confidence. North Carolina State's lost 7 of their last 9. Their 2 wins came against a Caleb Wilson-less North Carolina and Pitt, who was one of the worst teams in the ACC. Texas, on the other hand, has lost 5 of their last 6. Their only win came at College Station, which
isn't saying much.
It ain't saying much, but it is a win over a tournament team. But they also lost to Oklahoma. They lost in the Southeast Conference tournament to Ole Miss, who stinks. I mean, that's a horrible loss, and they weren't competitive in that game, which is even more alarming. Now they play each other. They did play each other once already this season.
Oh, really? I didn't know this.
Yeah, They played back the day before Thanksgiving, and Texas got a 102-97 win in that one.
Was it a tournament game? Or just
it was a.
I was just curious if it was home or away for you.
No, it was a neutral site game. So it was. I want to say. I don't know if it was a turn. Oh, it was. It was the The Chaminade,
Okay.
where was that at? It was.
It probably was one of the Hawaii tournaments.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was in Hawaii, and Texas got a 102-97 win. This is an interesting matchup. Well, you know what?
We got time.
We got time. We got all freaking day. What am I talking about? We got all freaking day. We'll talk about that matchup, and we'll talk about the one tonight. Some more in Huddle 94.1.
Yeah.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville.
10-yard line, touchdown Vegas, what a wild finish!
Your home for the NFL.
This report is sponsored by USPS Ground Advantage. We mean business.
Pump up the volume. Business moves fast. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Thinking about starting testosterone? Don't settle for one-size-fits-all dosing from your doctor or pay hundreds out of pocket at a TRT franchise. At Synergenics and Low T Center, they offer insurance-covered TRT customized to your body for effectiveness and safety. Their board-certified providers adjust your dose based on your labs and how you feel. This month, they are offering a free T-test for men, $200 off women's hormone testing, and major savings on GLP-1 weight loss treatments. Learn more at Synergenics.com.
Zach Bryan with Heaven on Tour. Saturday, March 21st, Alamo Dome. With special guests, Camp and J.R. Carroll. Tickets are on sale now at ZachBryan.com. Don't miss Zach Bryan live.
Hi there, I'm John O'Hurley. You know our pets are beloved family members. But sadly, though, there are so many dogs that get euthanized every day due to the lack of funding. To give them a chance at adoption, I invite you to support Puppy Food Bank. Thanks to generous donors like you, all of the food sent to pet shelters from Puppy Food Bank never comes with a bill. So please go to puppyfoodbank.org and make a generous, caring $15 donation every month. Your donation will absolutely save pet lives.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
On top of home and auto, Progressive protects your boat, RV, and motorcycle so you can explore the unknown.
Actually, we just take the RV to the same campground every year.
Well, maybe you can catch your own dinner on your boat.
Oh, we can actually get pizza delivered there from this brick oven place we love.
Will you at least try a new topping?
Honestly, probably not. We kind of have a go-to order.
Fine. Just bundle home or auto insurance with your outdoor vehicles with Progressive and stay protected when you go, I guess, where you've gone before. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
African Americans are the most likely to die from colorectal cancer. So please, get screened starting at age 45. Now, Medicare and insurance companies are required to cover not only colonoscopy, but also less invasive exams like virtual colonoscopy. Talk to your doctor about your options. For more information on virtual colonoscopy, visit radiologyinfo.org/virtual Virtual CT.
Furnished by the American College of Radiology and the Radiology Health Equity Coalition.
Love college basketball? Gear up for another exciting season of college ball with a special offer from BetMGM. Sign into your BetMGM account and enjoy a college basketball odds boost token to snag even more winnings on your next bet. Just log into the BetMGM Sportsbook app, add any college basketball bet to your bet slip, and activate your odds boost token. If you win your bet with your token activated, you'll score extra winnings. It's that simple. Log in and enjoy our odds boost token to help you create another memorable season of college ball. Head for the net with BetMGM all season long. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. Must be 21 years of age or older. This promotional offer not available in D.C., Mississippi, New York, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. Subject to eligibility requirements in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Total.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We'll start with some good news. Just cleared that accident, 35 northbound approaching Division, south side of town. Still have that stall at I-10 westbound, the on-ramp from Foster Road. East side of town is blocking the entrance ramp. We are getting reports of a rollover accident on 151 westbound before Wiseman Frontage Road. Main lanes are getting by. That road work on 35 northbound Tepperwine to Schertz Parkway in the clearing stages. Still have this road work 35 southbound Randolph on down to 410 with the roadway reduced to one lane heavy back to Schertz Parkway. Nacogdoches, a good alternate route. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
In the NBA, the San Antonio Spurs back on the road took care of business, though it almost slipped away. They beat the Kawhi-less Clippers 119-150. In college hoops, the tournament starts tonight with the first four doubleheader. First up will be the 16 seeds as they battle it out. UMBC, that's University of Maryland, Baltimore County, takes on Howard at 5:40. The winner getting to take on number 1 Michigan. They're followed by the 2-11 seeds, Texas and North Carolina State. Tip set for around 8:15. The winner advancing to take on BYU. You can catch it all on San Antonio's ESPN 1250 and 94.5 FM. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
All right, 7:02 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1. We're talking about the first four tonight. Texas, North Carolina State. And if you go back to that game in Hawaii, the game started out, it was 6-0 North Carolina State. They opened the game. That was the biggest lead North Carolina State had in the entire game. Texas controlled most of the game afterwards, but particularly the late part of that game. And it was a 3-point shootout. North Carolina State, 9 of 19 from 3.
Well, that's not how they want to win.
No.
I can tell you, the Texas does not want to get into a 3-point shootout with North Carolina State.
In that game, though,
I know.
Texas was 16 of 32 from 3.
Well, if you're going 50%, keep shooting. I'm not going to say stop, but I think the intent would be win this thing in the paint. They're bigger. They're stronger. They out-rebound them. They shoot free throws better. Go grind this game out.
Yeah, they were +9 on the boards. They significantly better free throw shooting that night that day for the Horns. But it was, and Jordan Pope was phenomenal. 28 points in that one, 4 assists, and I don't know. NC State, again, a team that can play fast. Texas typically has not played well in these fast tempo games this year. That was an exception. Of course, Texas at the beginning of the year Texas has been very uneven all season long, quite frankly. But I think Texas in the start of conference play, there was maybe some hope that they had figured things out. You can't have any confidence in them now. The one bit of thing I would say for Texas is They played a tougher schedule.
Well, they did.
And, playing the SEC is tougher than playing the ACC this year at least. And they played a tough non-conference schedule. They played against Duke. They played against Virginia. They played against UConn. Now, they lost all those games, but there's something to be said for experience against those high-level teams. North Carolina State, they went on a run, and I looked at their run where they won 6 games in a row between late January, early February, which is nice. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but they feasted on.
And they had won 8 of 9 in the 9-game streak where they won 8 of 9. Their only win against a tournament team was an overtime win against Clemson. They're just. I don't think there's much with North Carolina State here. I will say for what it's worth, Will Wade has. I mean, this is a dude he's been to 9 in 10 seasons. 4 different programs. He's been to 9 tournaments. He gets to the tournament.
They should wait. They should beat Texas tonight. They should. And this is no slap at Texas. Texas has overperformed. Sean Miller's coached his ass off. He doesn't have anything. There's not a lot of there on that roster. They got 1 or 2 dudes that'll probably be here next year, maybe 2. I mean, for the most part, this was a transient crew that got here late because of when Sean got hired. So. The reason they lost 5 of their last games is film catches up with you. You can only get so good sometimes with some of those guys. And now they're playing everybody for the second time, and they know who they are. And they're not good enough to alter that. But I certainly think they're good enough. North Carolina State is good enough to beat Texas. And Texas, if they inflict their will keep it close. But Wade has a way of coaching in the tournament. He's a tournament coach. There's enough shooters out there on North Carolina State to win this game. But I'm not sure I trust them to stay and be able to shoot their way through it. And if Sean Miller manages to win this, coach this into a two-game tournament, applaud this guy because he might have the least talented Texas team in 20 years.
Well, BYU awaits the winner of this, and I don't think BYU is some world beater.
See, exactly. So I think whoever wins this game can build a little bit of momentum because both of them have worthy coaches, but I think Texas is limited by shooting. I just can't imagine them being able to shoot and keep up with North Carolina State if North Carolina State just shoots the ball. I think they'll be able to spread them. But, again, if they can control pace, as with most teams, you win the game. I think I like North Carolina State to win this if they just play their games.
The NC State profile is uneven. Very good. You mentioned very good shooting. They don't turn the ball over. There's a lot of things to like about them on offense. Defensively, oof.
Yeah.
In a 16-team ACC, North Carolina State 15th in 3-point percentage defense, 11th in 2-point percentage defense, 14th in effective field goal defense, and the worst defensive rebounding team in the conference by a lot. They don't defensive rebound at all. They allowed 1.34 points per possession to Pitt in the ACC tournament, which is borderline embarrassing against a team like that. So this is, I mean, you're right. NC State could shoot the lights out, and if they do, they win this game.
And if they don't, they get pounded into the dirt and lose every offensive or defensive rebound. And, that's why the styles make fights. I'll say that over and over. And the committee is so good at finding ways to put team versus team with skill versus skill. And this is a pace team. They got 3 dudes in double figures. 3 guys average about 13, 14 apiece that can hit the mid-range more consistently than the 3. But when they're hitting the 3s, they run past you against a Texas team that wants to body, go slow, rebound, and just kind of grind you down. And the one that inflicts their will first probably will win this game, especially if North Carolina State gets a lead. I don't know how Texas catches up.
I thought I was going to be on North Carolina State in this game. I dug into it a little bit last night, and I think I'm going to be on Texas. This is, I mean, obviously, both these teams are offensive-minded teams, defensive teams. But the thought to me is both these teams, especially in a neutral setting,
where Portland, so it's going to be an interesting time to start a game for North Carolina State. And I know that's a little thing, but, watching Spurs last night, if you're playing about 3 hours earlier than you're used to.
It's in Dayton, Ohio.
Oh, I thought this was a Portland game.
No,
I'm
it's
sorry.
in Dayton, Ohio.
I'm looking back at a different game. That won't matter then. I just feel like the team that can get out and move the ball and get ahead, if North Carolina State can get ahead, I think they can win. But I like teams that can control the pace when it matters. And that doesn't mean slow it down. Just do the pace that you're good at. And if Texas can keep this, if both teams are tight, that favors Texas. If it's in the 60s, Texas is going to win the game.
See, I think both. Well, I don't think it's going to be in the 60s. I don't think there's any chance of that. But I do think that if either team were to go cold shooting,
Texas wins.
Because Texas can create, they can get to the free throw line, and they'll get second chances because of their offensive rebounding.
The rebounding is going to be the key.
Yeah, I think that I have a lean towards Texas here.
Well, if Sean Miller gets this win, congratulate him, because this team's going to be 100 times better next year. He's going to have guys that actually play his style.
Yeah, I do think that the underlying stuff. I mean, I agree. NC State, the better shooting team, and if they shoot well, it's tough to beat them. Although again, Texas did it in Hawaii. They proved that they could hang with them. I don't think that's the standard at Texas. I don't think that's what they can do consistently. But also, North Carolina State hasn't consistently been shooting all that well down the stretch either. So, and their defense is so bad that Pitt is putting up big numbers on you. So I like the over in this game. I think it's a high-scoring game.
Think they'll be in the 80s?
I think so, yeah. I think we see a lot of points.
If it's in the 80s, doesn't that favor State?
Well, I mean, again, it was 100-97 the first time they played. But yeah, I do think it gets into the 80s. So I think more than I like, and the side is it's -110 both ways. So you can pick your winner.
Hats off, committee.
But the total's at 157.5. I like over 157.5. I think one of these teams gets to 90. I don't know who. I lean Texas doing it, but I don't have much confidence.
What about first half? Do you think?
It's funny because normally I would take the team in the first half that I felt like was the more experienced and cohesive team, and these are both first-year head coaches with their programs, so I don't have a great feel for it one way or the other. They both lost early in their conference tournaments. I'd like to take the hotter team, but neither one of these teams are hot. I just don't. I don't think I have a good feel for the side, and I think part of why I lean Texas here is just because I think they can do exactly what they did in the first game. I think that the rebounding edge and getting to the line is going to be the difference in this game. North Carolina State just doesn't get to the free throw line, and I don't see much of a path for them if the shots aren't just constantly falling.
I think, I'm with you 100%. Will Wade is a tournament coach. He'll ride the hot wave if there's one to ride. I know that. And Sean Miller's just going to try to grind you.
Texas is 4th in the country in free throw attempts per game, and they on average get about 11 more free throws in the game than North Carolina State will. That to me is a huge difference.
That's Sean Miller Atlantic 10 offense.
Yeah,
we get our threes the old-fashioned way.
Yep. But I think this is going to be a fun watch because both these teams kind of suck on defense, so it should be a bit of a track meet. I will say, I mean, Texas has a lot of experience on this team. It's a pretty
from other places,
yeah. They're not so much together, but they are an older, experienced team. You know, Jordan Pope is a guy who, he's been there for a couple years now. Tremont Mark, who started at Houston and played. I feel like he's been playing ball forever, so he's got a ton of tournament experience. I think that is another, and Dalen Swain at Xavier back before Xavier turned into a trash can. So I think that some of these guys who can take tournament experience from other places, I feel like they'll be able to make something happen here. So
fun game. That's just the second game.
It's the first game. It'll be the first game for me.
It's 2.5 maybe. 2.5
as we've mentioned. All right. Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, And we'll talk plenty more tournament as the day goes on. Make no mistake, it is March Madness. We're inside the madness. But there was also a National Basketball Association game last night featuring your San Antonio Spurs.
Easy win, right?
No.
Up by 20 last I saw.
No, not an easy win. It was a bit of a sandwich action where it was, they say an S sandwich, a poop sandwich. Usually that means there's like good things with something terrible happening in the middle. This was a reverse S sandwich. This was 2 pieces of poop with some pepperoni and capicola and like a real good relish. It's like, oh yeah, it was tasty in the middle, but there's a lot of poo there you had to shuffle through. But Spurs get the job done. We'll talk about how on the other side. Morning Huddle 94.1.
Dr. Jacob Torres has been my doctor now for a couple years, but that's not how our relationship began. I first walked into his office there at the Institute for Functional Health back in 2016. I say walk, I waddled. I weighed nearly 300 pounds. I went in to meet him. I'd heard stories that what he had done with folks like me had been really successful, though I didn't believe I could be a candidate because I didn't really think I wanted to diet. I just wanted to feel better. He convinced me that the little steps turn into big steps, so just take a few and let's see how things go. Here we are 10 years later. I'm 75 pounds down. I call Dr. Torres a friend. He is now my doctor for all things because I've never met a doctor more excited to see me feel better, and that involved everything from the medication that I require or don't require or everything required to lose the weight. It all kind of rolled into one to a life that I'm happy to live. And if you're overweight and you're considering ways to lose the weight, and semaglutides are a fine option for a lot of folks, but you don't want to get into a regimen that costs that much money and pills and shots and all that, I want you to call Dr. Torres because he will teach you how to live your life and lose weight at the same time. You're not going to suffer. The number is 210-468-1891. His website's IFF Health. Trust me, it worked for me. It'll work for you. Call him now, and I'm sure you're going to come by and thank me later.
4. All right, fellas, quick heads up. The 94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Spring Golf Classic at the Golf Club of Texas on Monday, March 30th. Yeah, it's officially sold out. 4. But don't worry, you can still be part of the fun. Join us after the round for the ultimate golf after party at 90 Proof Bar and Grill at Lucky Road Ranch and Highway 90. Cold drinks, great food, and about 1,000 exaggerated stories about the one drive that almost hit the fairway. The sold-out Spring Golf Classic, presented by Flight by Yingling and sponsored by Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, Jim Beam, and Sarah Auto Group, On the Rocks Premium Cocktails, PPL Motorhomes, and Hornitos Tequila.
March is Truck Month at North Park Chevrolet in Castroville. Get a new heavy duty for 3.9% financing and no payments for 90 days. Or drive the 2026 Equinox LT with 3.9% financing. All North Park vehicles get a 1-year wash tub pass and 2 years complimentary oil changes. Open till 9 p.m. Fridays and Saturdays in March. Together, let's drive. North Park Chevrolet, 10 minutes by Loop 410 in Castroville. Must qualify. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
The tournament is back. You know there's going to be upsets. You know there's going to be buzzer beaters. And I can tell you, Underdog is the best place to get in on all the action. Hi, Jason Minix here from The Blitz. On Underdog, you can make your picks and win money right now here in Texas. Love playing on Underdog because it's fun and it's easy. Because you pick whether your favorite players are going to go higher or lower on stats like points, rebounds, steals, and more. Get all your picks right, you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. So download the Underdog app today. Use my promo code STAR to score $50 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code STAR at Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-MY-RESET or visit ncpgambling.org.
Get ready to swing into the official Ultimate After Party experience at 90 Proof Bar and Grill. We're turning up the excitement after the big tournament with an epic celebration. See you at 90 Proof Bar and Grill, corner of Lucky Ranch and Highway 90, 90 Proof Bar and Grill.
It's game day. Are your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keeping you from the action? Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, could help you get back to the game. Skyrizi is proven to help people feel significant symptom relief, achieve remission, and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine for adults. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's or ulcerative colitis. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's and ulcerative colitis combined. Learn more at skyrizi.com or 1-866-SKYRIZI.
The tournament is here, and Total Wine & More is your slam dunk headquarters. Whether you're cheering courtside from your couch with crisp craft beers, smooth bourbons, or refreshing seltzers, we've got the perfect lineup to keep your watch party winning. And just like your bracket, we've got a lineup full of contenders. Whether you're picking favorites or going for bold upsets, our friendly guides will help you find amazing drinks for every matchup. With the lowest prices for over 30 years, you'll always find what you love and love what you find. Only at Total Wine & More.
Drink responsibly, B21.
Progressive knows you think the grass is always greener. Like maybe you ride a motorcycle. But today, it's raining. So you wish you had an RV. But if you did, you'd have to listen to some guy parked next to you at a campsite plays acoustic guitar. Now, before you start wishing you had a boat, remember, your brother-in-law would invite himself every weekend.
Permission to come aboard, Captain?
But one thing that is greener is the money you could save when you bundle your RV, boat, or motorcycle with your home or auto with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Come on. No! It's just a golf lesson, champ. Loosen up. I can't. See that Hyundai Santa Fe? Yeah. I only paid to... Finish up on your own. I gotta run.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on the Hyundai Tucson, Tucson Hybrid, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid. Now, during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Hurry, offer ends March 31st. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
You can have whatever you like. Hey, 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 yeah. Hey, good morning, everybody. 7:21 on the Morning Huddle. Go, Spurs, go. Go, Spurs, go. Spurs take their show on the road and get a 119-115 dub, their 50th win of the year. 50, 5-0.
About 8 more than I expected, I'll be honest.
I'm with you, man. Still not even 20 losses. 50-18 on the season. They could lose the rest of their games, and it's been a successful season.
Seriously, they're already in the playoffs.
Yeah, if they go 0-14 down the stretch, I mean, it's like, wow, 18 games over 500, incredible. But I think we've raised the bar on them a little bit. We've moved the goalpost.
And now we complain when you only win by a little.
Yeah, now we complain when you almost blow it, but don't. Well, first of all, what a horrific start.
You know, I'd like to say I can tell you why I didn't see it.
Oh, my gosh.
The game came on. I went to walk my dog. I come back in. We're down 15-5.
I'm watching. I've got it turned on, and my wife looks up at the screen, and we're talking, I don't know what, it was maybe 4 minutes in, something like that, 4 or 5 minutes in, and it is 15-3. And my wife says, did the Spurs know the game started? I mean, it was like I think it started out 8-0, and then Steph got to the line and missed the first free throw, and I was like, oh my gosh, just put a number on the board, please. But it was about as bad of a start as you could have had for the Spurs, and they came out in the second quarter and they dominated. They started turning Garland over. He had a really rough night, at least
he had something to say there at the end, but yeah, he got wore out.
Yeah. And Steph Castle, who was solid all night, was phenomenal in the second quarter, particularly on the defensive side. I think we have seen, and again, he's a year ahead of Dylan Harper, but Steph Castle has blossomed into he is the third guy in the big three, and
he's rapidly becoming the second.
Yeah, he certainly has potential to be the second.
I mean, in the end, when we go through all this, our top two, it's Steph and Wemby. Those are the guys. Those are the guys that are going to be here for a long time. That's the heart and soul of this team. Steph is becoming a Chauncey Billups-esque bull on both sides of the ball. He gets the best offensive guy. The best defender gets him. It's for him to go and play. He won the game last night. He led him in scoring, but it was more than that. He was the tough guy on the court. He was the one who set the tone, and Victor followed it. Victor started flexing there for a minute, but it was Steph that attacked the rim that set the pace last night.
Yeah, and they, you know what, they I bet if Wemby had played every game this year, De'Aaron and Steph, their points per game would be about the same. Right as it sits, De'Aaron outscores Steph by 3
and I'm
or
not
so
taking
points
away
per game.
from De'Aaron. It's a different thing that Steph does.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
But when the difference comes when Wemby's not on the floor, Steph is the guy you can put in charge of your whole team.
It feels that way.
Or, I mean, De'Aaron is the guy that you could put in charge of your whole team. I don't know if Steph's there yet.
No, he's not. No. It's still De'Aaron is still the second most important guy.
Yeah.
Well, no, I will say this. Wemby is the most important guy, not only with the Spurs, but the entire league. But De'Aaron is the most important on this team because he's the guy that settles things down. He's the guy with the ball in his hand to close things out. He's the guy that last night, quite frankly, you get mad at. Like, how'd this happen? How'd you guys kind of let this slip away? And it's not only his fault, but that's his job. Dude, you're here to captain this ship.
Well, yeah, because he's the only one who's old enough to drink.
Exactly. And so when it slips away, you get mad, and then you look back on it and go, well, I kind of understand how we got there, but we can't let this kind of loose stuff continue. And I get a roadie, and you started late, and all that, and all the things that happen to you when you go there. But I think we got the right now because of what they've done to nitpick. And last night that was kind of silly. The last 8 minutes of the game were a little silly. You got lax.
The first 8 and the last 8.
Yeah, you just inexplicable little things that happen to young teams, and it wasn't for lack of effort. In fact, sometimes I think some of the mistakes were made because they were trying too hard. They were trying to make a play, do the thing instead of just go play. And they stupid fouls and dumb shots and all those things combined to watching it slip away against a team that we talked about when we played them last time. If you let them think they're going to win, they're probably going to beat you because these are all a bunch of old men. They know how to win games. And we damn near let them out-savvy us last night.
First of all, I've got to add, is Luke Cornett? Luke Cornett was out last night.
Yeah.
How bad must it be with Kelly Olynyk that they even put Mason Plumlee on the floor at all?
Inexplicable.
Because I watched Mason Plumlee out there, and it looks like they don't trust him with a playbook yet. He's still not really sure where he's at on either side. And I was like, why is he out there when they're Biyombo and Olynyk have been on the team all year long, and they just sit there, not allowed on the floor, not allowed to take their sweats off, and they got this Plumlee looking like he looks like he's got no business on the floor. It's very odd to me.
He knows one play, and he knows the reverse. He knows 2 plays. And when they call a play, when he's out there, it's him and the small forward, whoever the small forward is. They go to the top of the free throw line, and they switch. And whichever way they switch is going to be strong side and weak side. And that's all he knows. So when he goes out there, the offense just dies unless they're running in some sort of pattern fast break or some kind of controlled move. And watching them just bring that offense to a halt there in the fourth quarter. Like, why is he out there? It's inexplicable. It really is.
Now, granted, he got a couple of rebounds last night on the offensive side. Like, he was in the right spot a couple times, but then he gets it, and it's like he doesn't know what to do with it once he's got it. It's uncomfortable, I guess is maybe the best word for it. And then on the defensive end, it's like he's only there to foul somebody. They're like, okay, if he gets the ball, just foul the hell out of him.
Just take him out, and if you get called, don't worry.
Okay,
we got you.
Yeah, it was a very weird. It's very weird that he's getting minutes over some of these guys who have been here all year, and it's got to be something about Olynyk that Mitch just must hate.
either hate or he's got a job to do and has nothing to do with the games. Like, we need your legs for practice. It is inexplicable because they did pay him a fair amount of money to come here and do something that, quite frankly, he has either not lived up to or other guys have just done it a whole lot better, and that includes a guy that got here 2 weeks ago that doesn't even know the offense. Maybe this is the trial. Well, we've got to – I think that if you're watching this objectively, the Spurs are going to end up in second place.
Yeah.
It's going to be really hard to go either direction. So you do have a little bit of leeway to play a Mason Plumlee 8 minutes in the second half of a game, where, quite frankly, even if you lost, it ain't the end of the world. But the concern with that is, again, when you never want to start doing wrong things more than once. And if you start stacking those wrong things, they become habits. And you see the way they slipped. And the good news is the Spurs have always, for the most part, reacted to bad games. Bad loss to come back and win a game. Last night, I have the sense that the locker room was one of exhale, thank goodness, and anger. I mean, no reason to be happy about that win last night because you stumbled to the finish.
And it was a rare night where the Spurs bench got thoroughly outplayed by the Clippers bench. Jordan Miller was – I don't know where that came from. Jordan Miller was phenomenal last night, and he looked like Kawhi.
He really did. That was an impressive performance. I had no idea.
Great job rebounding for him. He's shooting the ball really well. Again, unexpected, but somebody's got to step up, I guess, in those spots. You mentioned during one of the breaks, John Collins was a guy who was thought one day to maybe be a Spur.
Oh, I coveted him there for a minute. With that breakout year with Atlanta, he could jump out of the gym. He had all the skills. It turns out that guy's just a jerk.
John Collins got called for a technical while he was sitting on the bench. He's out of the game. And he yells something onto the court. I don't know if it was at a player. I don't know. I mean, I assume it was at a player and not directly at a ref.
I think it was at the ref, the short-haired ref. I think he called it an MF and B.
Well, of course, he gets teed up, and now you're sitting on the bench costing your team points at a moment where, and this was in the second quarter, the Spurs got outplayed in every quarter except the second, but they outplayed the Clippers so badly in the second that nothing else really mattered. But in the middle of a second quarter meltdown, you get a technical from the bench.
Yep.
The Clippers are, as far as the standings go, the Clippers are a play-in caliber team. It'll be very difficult for them to fall out of the play-in or get out of the play-in. If I'm the Clippers coach at that point, you don't see the floor again tonight. I'm sorry.
Probably not. No, you don't.
That's inexcusable.
It is.
I don't care who you. Maybe I would let Kawhi get away with that. Of course, I don't think Kawhi would ever do it.
He would.
But maybe I would let Kawhi get away with it. Nobody else on that team is important enough that I would be like, yeah, just get back. I would have said, no, dude, you're done for the night. You're a moron.
The sad thing is he's got a bag. He can score in a lot of different ways. He's just a jerk.
What a dope. And you mentioned at the end of the game, Spurs tried to give it away.
Who fouled Garland? Was it Devin?
I think it was Devin. Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to blame him if it wasn't him, but whoever fouled the 3-point shooter with a minute to go with an 8-point lead. Good grief! You want to talk about sitting down and having to watch what you created, because that was one of the dumbest things I've seen. That's a middle school mistake. What the hell are you doing? Kind of mistake. And just the little stupid turnovers and the inexplicable just hesitations when you shouldn't hesitate. It was one of those, holy cow, call a timeout, but don't call a timeout. I don't know what you do. You just keep watching the clock tick and just pray it moves along. And that's how it ended. You could tell when the clock finally went to zero. Big exhale from Mitch because he lost control of the last minute and a half. It was just happenstance. They got lucky.
Yeah. It was Steph who committed that foul. Yeah, Steph Castle.
You took away from what was just a masterful game. Not pretty, but masterful.
It was a 10-point game at the time, so it felt like it didn't matter. Because when I say a 10-point game, the three that Garland hit cut it to 10.
Yeah,
and they were down 13. They get a 4-point play that made it a 9-point game.
What are you doing?
And you would think, oh, well, there's a minute 30 left, big deal, 9-point game. Well, it sure felt like a big deal down the stretch because the Clippers kept scoring, and Garland he went down and hit another 3, and it was like, uh-oh, what's happening here? And luckily the Spurs were able to hold on, but there were at least some tense moments in that game.
You know, you survive in advance. You know, you get through it. There's some things you want to fix in a roadie like that. But the one thing that is consistent with this team is it's never lacking effort. It wasn't about effort. I mean, those guys come to play, and they're always excited to close a game down. Nobody more so than Wemby last night. Diving around, 2 minutes to go on the ground. He spent as much time laying down in the paint as he did scoring in it last
that's
night.
Pretty standard for Wemby.
It is.
I don't know a player that falls down more than him.
I tell you, it's hard to watch. That stuff adds up. And
you mentioned it looked like he was could have been hurt.
Did you?
And he wasn't.
He rolled his ankle on Steph's foot, and his ankle rolled out. That, for most guys, might have been 6 weeks. It was terrifying to watch, and he just gives a thumbs up, and kind of limps it off. But it's hard to watch those kind of things, but, I'm still not to the point where I expect the win.
Yeah.
There'll come a time, hopefully in the next couple of weeks, where even if you're jumping around and doing silly stuff with 2 minutes to go, that you're going to win the basketball game. I'm not there yet. I don't trust them yet, and I hope they don't trust themselves to just, be ourselves to go win the game. You're going to have to continue to work, but that kind of game in a week and a half will feel real good, but last night didn't feel good at all.
Yeah, well, when we come back, I want to kind of give an overview of what's left for the Spurs we're running out of time now. We got there are 14 games left in the season.
Of conversation. Do we want these last 14 games, or do we want the playoffs now?
I feel like the Spurs would probably rather play a playoffs right now.
We won't get much hotter. We might get a little bit more in sync or whatever, but there ain't gonna. We
but you could also get more injured.
There's a lot.
I'd say, hey, let's run it right now. That's not an option. There are 14 games left. I want to get an update on where the Spurs sit overall in the title picture. We'll do that on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Speaking of a rough game last night, you have a rough afternoon, a rough work day yesterday, and you woke up this morning sore. So sore, in fact, that something's keeping you out of work or your life. I have an answer for you. It's called a Rosti. Rosti providers are all around San Antonio with one job in mind, and that's to get you out of pain fast. They're good at it, too, trust me. It might be the way they attack the problem. It might be the training they get. I don't know what it is. It just works. See, most of Rosti providers, they're already medical professionals. They have achieved either chiropractic or physical therapy or general practitioner, MD, or DO. They are already medical professionals and achieve the Rosti certification. And once they've got it, they're masters that get you out of pain. They find out what the problem is, they fix it fast and get you back in the game. It has nothing to do with pills or medications or surgery to prolong the problem. It's your body fixing yourself. And let me tell you, it works. I'm living proof. I've had lower back issues most of my adult life, and those kind of things spring up on you. And when they get you, sometimes it put me down for a month. I went and saw Rossi for the very first time, and let me tell you, 3 visits later, back in the game. I want that for you. Write this number down. It's 1-800-404-6050. The website's Rossi.com. You do not need a referral to go. Call them today. You'll get in today, and they accept most insurances. What are you waiting on? Don't let pain keep you out of your game. Call a Rossi today. They're going to fix you when they do. Come on by. Thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Looks like an accident. 35 northbound Olympia Parkway. 2 left lanes blocked. Delay started Tupperwine, so it's going to set you back about 15, 17 minutes. On 35 southbound Randolph to 410, that is road work. Roadway reduced to 1 lane. And I-10 westbound, the on-ramp from Foster Road, east side of town. Disabled vehicle blocking the entrance ramp. Now, that road work at 35 northbound, Tupperwine to Schertz Parkway in the clearing stages, and we've completely cleared that wreck at 35 northbound approaching Division. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by the Texas Department of Transportation. Traffic signals are for bicyclists, too. When on your bike, stop at red lights and stop signs. Ride with traffic, use hand signals to turn, and make sure to ride with a light after dark. Be safe. Bike smart. A message from TxDOT.
Where are you watching the basketball madness this Friday? Join the Blitz live at Novo Brewery, attached to North Star Mall. Basketball on every screen, happy hour, prizes, and we're covering it all beginning at 2 o'clock. This is where brackets live or die. Novo Brewery this Friday.
If you've been thinking about buying a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, think Ancira.com. Browse through thousands of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, SUVs, and RVs. Shop for your next new Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Ford, Buick, or GMC. Looking for an import? We have a huge selection of Kias, VWs, and Nissans. For your home away from home, a full line of RVs and campers. And you'll always get the lowest Ancira price, in-store or online at Ancira.com.
Yo, Harvey, Zoe, group selfie.
Ooh, nice new iPhone 17, Drewski.
Let's do a triangle formation. I'm in front.
With a center stage front camera, everyone fits in the shot.
You got it at T-Mobile.
But switching takes forever.
Not anymore. Now you can switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes.
Focus, people. Nail your pose.
And you get a new iPhone 17 on them.
No way.
Yes way.
No way.
Yes way, guys. Switch to T-Mobile and get iPhone 17 on us. And right now, we'll pay off your old phone up to $800.
I'm grabbing my phone and switching to T-Mobile right now.
Get back, Harvey. We're taking a... let's go again, y'all.
With 24 monthly bill credits, finance agreement, 256 gigabytes, $830, eligible trade-in, example iPhone 13, and new qualifying line, $60 plus per month plan with auto pay plus taxes and fees. For well-qualified customers, plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. $800 via virtual prepaid card. Card typically takes 15 days after rebate submission, no cash access, and card expires in 6 months. Check out in 15 minutes per line. Visit T-Mobile.com.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you can put your sports IQ to work on the games you know best. It's not you against the house. It's you participating in a live market. Buy or sell your predictions all game long. Trade every play with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, we are live at the Root Pub, 281 and Redland Road.
St. Patrick's Day, no better place to be than the Roof for St. Patty's Day and the basketball that is underway.
Ooh.
Don't do that. The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is Jason Minix from The Blitz, and you're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
I have an embarrassing admission to make. I heard Rob say to you, Vic, you didn't wear green today? And you said, I don't own any green.
No.
And
no.
I said, I looked down at my shirt, and I am wearing green today. I had no idea it was St. Patrick's Day. Like, it was totally lost on me.
Subconsciously, you had to know.
I mean,
deep down.
I did not even consider it until you said, Vic said he didn't have any green to wear today. I was like, oh.
Like, dude, I'm going to have to pinch you. I don't want to do it.
No, I have a green straw in my ear.
I just, I stumble into the closet every morning and pull something down.
Whatever's clean.
Well, I think it proves that there is, in fact, a subconscious, because the chances of you reaching in and grabbing Like all of us, the one green shirt we own.
Well, I do have some green shirts, but they're too big. I lost so
come
much weight.
on.
Yeah.
Big
Your
deal.
big fat guy shirts.
I'd like to see you in a big fat guy shirt.
They're 2XL, and
That's what I wear is a big fat guy shirt. Then
I wear large now.
Oh, a large. Look at you.
Oh, Flacco.
Yeah, I made the mistake when I was like in my peak physical condition.
Mm-hmm.
I got down to size large for a little while.
See? Yeah.
And I bought a couple shirts, and now I'm like, I'll never wear that shirt again. What am I doing with that?
Became a schmedium.
Yeah. I'm just try to bust out of it.
But wear your green. Drink some green beer today.
Yeah, I'll probably drink some black beer. Drink a nice Guinness.
I was going to say a Guinness.
Yeah.
It's like motor oil.
It looks it.
Guinness is relatively light.
It is.
It's a 10-weight 50.
Really? That's the knock on Guinness. That it ain't heavy at all.
I've got some heavy stouts if you want to try a heavy stout.
You want some motor oil that you can have when you turn it over and it doesn't pour out of the glass immediately. It's kind of like hangs there like a DQ Blizzard.
It's like
it doesn't come out.
Like imagine you pour yourself a glass of Hershey's syrup.
That's about it. About as rich,
but it gets you wasted.
About as rich, yeah, boy. It's there, and you get to lick the cup when you're done.
That's what I'm about, baby. Give me that action. All right, the Spurs, the updated odds on your San Antonio Spurs. I wanted to look at where they sit as far as their team futures and a couple of awards that I want to look at. The San Antonio Spurs are now your third favorites to win the NBA title. They have surpassed the Denver Nuggets. Remember, the Nuggets were ahead of them in the title odds. No longer the case. The Oklahoma City Thunder are still your favorites, plus 135. Celtics plus 550. Spurs plus 650. Nuggets 7-1. Cavs, Knicks 16-1. Pistons 17-1. And then it's a huge jump up to the Rockets and Timberwolves at 40-1. So the odds suggest that right now there are 7 teams that have any real chance at winning a title. Now, there's still one that is.
Do you really think there's even 7?
No.
Yeah.
No.
I think the numbers say one thing, but there's probably only about 4 that legitimately can lay claim to.
It's just hard for me to. I mean, the Celtics are the 7th favorites, and they're the 1 seed in the East. It's hard for me to just write them off.
No, I'm not writing them off. In fact, they might be in that small group, but I think because of the East and because there's gonna be some attrition.
Yeah,
they have to list some of those guys because it could be an upset. But I really don't think there's 7 teams that could really lay claim.
But it is maybe surprising from the Western Conference standpoint that there are only 3 teams now that Vegas really believes has much of a shot here.
Rightfully so.
For instance, to win the Western Conference, the Thunder are minus 125. The Spurs are plus 425. Nuggets plus 450. Timberwolves 19-1. So it's a huge jump after those 3 teams.
The separation's so big between second and third, and then third.
And I think the Nuggets, who aren't in third, but the Nuggets also have the best player in the whole world playing on their team.
And between third and fifth, it's a half a game, 2 games. So
right.
That could fluctuate 100 different ways by the time this season's done. It's not about. It's the road is going to be strangely probably more difficult in the East because there's more of those middling teams to play each other in the first, second round of the playoffs. But the West is so top heavy with the top 3 teams that I think that there's just fewer teams with access in the West.
I think that's probably a good way to look at it. The MVP odds,
it's over.
It's over. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is now a minus 900 favorite to be the MVP of the league. If you are a Wemby believer, take solace in this. Wemby is tied with Nikola Jokic as the second best odds. They're both 17-1. Mm-hmm. It's highly unlikely that either of them win it, but and then you go to Cade Cunningham at 60-1. So, and I still don't understand why Jaylen Brown is 120 to 1. That just feels disrespectful to me, given what he's done this season on the team a team that we all thought was going to be like maybe a play-in team if things broke well for them. But yeah, it does look like Shea has wrapped up the MVP award. The Rookie of the Year award is down. They've only got 3 names on the board anymore.
And I honestly don't know who if I was a voter, and I'm not sure I'd vote for. I really don't. It's the 2 Dookies, and I'm not sure which one I would put my money on.
VJ Edgecombe is your 3rd favorite. He's 150 to 1, which basically they're saying, that's cute, but he ain't winning. Your favorite? Who do you think it is?
It's probably still Cooper. It's probably still Flag, but
Kneiffel's right there. Kneifel minus 210.
Is he? Good
he
for
is the
him.
favorite.
I think I might vote for him.
Cooper Flag plus 165. So there is. I mean, it's a pretty healthy, a healthy lead in the odds anyway.
It's not that he's better than Flag. I don't think anybody would vote that way. I think, and if you had to pick between
but he's having a better season. You could argue.
He's just helped his team more than Cooper has. But Flag's certainly the best player. And you've asked which guy do you want? Flag is 9 out of the 10 takes Cooper, and I expect Cooper Flag to be a perennial all-star and one of the top 5 in the league before he's done. But Kneifel this year, he's made a bigger difference than Flag has for whatever reason.
And it does appear that the Defensive Player of the Year is over.
Just finish the games.
Yeah, as long as you play enough games. Victor Wembanyama is your favorite to be the Defensive Player of the Year. The number? Minus 1,600.
Oh, yeah. Again, just
run away.
Cross the finish line. You've won. You've lapped the field. You just got to get to the end.
Chet Holmgren, your second favorite at 9 to 1. Your third favorite, Rudy Gobert, 60 to 1. So it goes minus 1,600, 9 to 1, 60 to 1, and then it's Scotty Barnes 100 to 1, Bam Adebayo 200 to 1.
Let me tell you, this could begin a run of 10 straight defensive players.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, I don't know who. Well,
supplants. How many years are you going to be healthy?
Yeah, I mean, who supplants what we're witnessing? No one. I mean, this is going to be known as the Wemby Award before long.
Your Coach of the Year. I'll give you a hint. Mitch Johnson is your third favorite at 10 to 1.
Mm-hmm.
Who are the 2 guys that you think are ahead of him?
Detroit, certainly first.
J.B. Bickerstaff minus 140
and
is
Carolina second.
Joe Mazzulla. Plus 160 is your second favorite.
Where's Stu? Yeah, I'll give him that.
Yeah.
Where's Carolina?
Charles Lee 20 to 1, Jordan Ott 40 to 1, Dagnall 200 to 1.
Yeah.
So then it's just it's a bunch of 200 to 1s after that. But yeah, a lot of love there.
Do we have a 6-man list here?
Yeah.
Because I think Keldon, I don't think he's going to win it. I certainly think he's worthy of being a top 3 candidate. But.
He was the second favorite for a while. He's now dropped to 4th in the odds. Jaime Jaquez is your favorite. He's plus 230. Naz Reid plus 370. Reed Shepard now 4 to 1. He's actually turned his I say his career around. He's a second-year guy, but it sure looked like there wasn't going to be much.
Well said.
Wasn't going to be much there, but he's turned it around. And Keldon now plus 650, your 4th favorite.
Is Pritchard still on that list? It's too bad if he's fallen.
He is not on the list.
I think this is probably Naz.
Well, remember he started a lot of games this year, so
maybe that's it.
Dylan Harper is actually on this list too at plus 250 to 1. So it's a long shot, but he is on this list. Way down it. But yeah, some love for the Spurs and the awards market. I think that's an exciting thing to see. The Clutch Player Award, I don't really know what that means.
Let's find a guy who had a good year. I don't know either. Didn't DeMar DeRozan win it?
I don't even know. But Wemby is on the list. He is the 12th favorite at 400.
Who is the favorite?
Shea at minus 350.
Dumb. Well, that's dumb.
Then it's Anthony Edwards plus 360. Jokic 25 to 1, Maxey 28 to 1, Jamal Murray 30 to 1.
So who's
Someone
the guy?
Explain to me what this award is actually about.
You don't give the MVP by design and by definition is the clutch player. So why would he get both? So I immediately discount him. But then again, who do you want to have the ball in his hands to close the game out? Is certainly Shea. He proved this week.
Yeah, a weird deal. Here's a thought also. If you think the Spurs can win the Western Conference, Wemby as the Western Conference MVP.
But it goes without saying, one would happen with the other.
Plus 550. So if you are looking at to win the conference, the Spurs are plus 425. I have a hard time picturing the Spurs winning the West without Wemby being the MVP.
That's what I'm saying. One goes with the other. Yeah.
If you want to bet on the Spurs to be in the finals, don't bet on the Spurs to be in the finals. Bet on Wemby to be the Western Conference Finals MVP. So I think that way you get a little more bang for your buck, if you know what I'm saying. Plus 550, better than plus 425 there. But Oklahoma City still the rightful favorites to win the West. We'll see if they can live up to the.
And I'm old. I'll admit it. I don't know if y'all know.
I like to say elderly because I think it's more appropriate.
Aged. But I'm on the Facebook. I'm on Facebook.
On the faces?
On the Facebook. And the OKC Spurs social media rivalry is pretty impressive.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah, man. They're going at each other. Oklahoma City is they're proud, boy.
Of course.
But, it's funny how
not
much
proud
noise.
Boys.
Well,
not like that.
It is Oklahoma. But,
yeah, but I don't think that's what they are.
But the battle between Spurs Twitter, Spurs social media, and OKC social media, it's roaring, man. They're going at each other. It's the beginnings. We've said it many times. The beginning of something extraordinary, and you can just read the distaste for each other.
I'm
social
honestly
media.
Because of what they've done in the regular season, and now they've both been so good. Now I'm getting to the point where if they don't play in the playoffs, I'm going to be kind of disappointed.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely. All right, halfway there on a Tuesday morning. Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM, Floresville.
This report is sponsored by American Public University.
Success starts with your drive. You bring the fire. American Public University will fuel the journey. Learn more at apu.apus.edu.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Nigel, why are you wearing a tuxedo?
That's not just a tux. It's a statement.
But your pants are 3 inches too short and your shirt has ruffles? Folks, there's nothing sophisticated about plumbing or AC problems. When repairs are needed, call Quarter Moon and we'll have a truck at your home or office fast and we'll fix the problem with fair pricing.
Joel, don't be jealous of my new look.
That looks like it's from the 70s and man, it sure is tight.
Nonsense, Joel.
Quarter Moon Plumbing, AC and Heating, 210-651-5899.
License number TACLA 141074E M16004.
When snack time calls, Pork Rinds answers. Be your own crunch time hero with Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds. Skip the chip and go straight for the ultimate crunch that's low carb, high protein, and loaded with bold flavor. We're talking sweet barbecue or hot honey. Yeah, it's that good. Snack smarter, crunch harder. Stock up on Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds at H-E-B or head to porkrinds.com. Make Southern Recipe your crunch time hero.
Do you owe back taxes or have unfiled tax returns? The IRS won't quit until they get your money. Here's great news, fresh from those in the know. Major changes have happened at the IRS. If you owe more than $10,000, you may be eligible for a 99% reduction of what you owe. Haven't filed a return for a while? Their happy clients are talking.
The IRS was going to levy my bank account, but Guardian was able to prevent that and fix all my IRS issues. Thanks again, Guardian Tax.
Need relief from crushing tax debt? The IRS now has special programs. Guardian Tax knows all about them. Personal or business, this is the fresh new brick you've been hoping for.
We aren't the company you call when you need a hug because you're scared of the IRS. Guardian Tax is the company that wins when you need it most.
Guardian Tax Service is really great to work with. They really help me out. I'd recommend them highly.
Call now for a free confidential consultation. 800-505-7915. 800-505-7915. 800-505-7915.
Ready to feel like yourself again this spring? If low energy, weight gain, or low sex drive are holding you back, it may be time to check your testosterone. At Synergenics and Low T Center, you get TRT customized to your body and often covered by insurance. Their board-certified providers fine-tune your treatment to keep results strong, safe, and build around your goals. This month, take advantage of a free men's testosterone test, huge discounts on women's hormone testing, and savings on peptides. Book now at Synergenics.com.
The Gomez Law Firm is proud to be San Antonio's trusted personal injury law firm for the past 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us. Your firm has been fighting for the people of San Antonio since 1973. That's incredible.
There are not a lot of businesses that stick around for even 50 years, let alone personal injury law firms.
If you have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then turn to the law firm that will fight for you. Visit joegomezlaw.com.
And remember, Gomez Law fights.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Got a new trouble spot at 35 northbound just past Rittiman. Accident with 2 left lanes blocked. Delay started 410 south cutoff. 35 northbound Olympia Parkway. This wreck has 2 left lanes blocked. Solid 25-minute delay. Slow from O'Connor. But our heaviest delay continues to be this road work at 35 southbound Weidner to Thousand Oaks. 75-minute delay. We've got the roadway reduced to 1 lane, and it's slowed back to FM 1103. Nacogdoches still a good alternate route. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
In the NBA, the San Antonio Spurs back on the road took care of business, though it almost slipped away. They beat the Kawhi-less Clippers 119-150. In college hoops, the tournament starts tonight with the first 4 doubleheader. First up will be the 16 seeds as they battle it out. UMBC, that's University of Maryland, Baltimore County, takes on Howard at 5:40. The winner getting to take on number 1 Michigan. They're followed by the 2 11 seeds, Texas and North Carolina State. Tip set for around 8:15. The winner advancing to take on BYU. You can catch it all on San Antonio's ESPN 1250 and 94.5 FM. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hello, friends. 8:01 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. The Italianos, they're going home. Hey, sorry, hey, man, you gave it a good effort, but you know, the Venezuelans, they got us.
Didn't we bomb Venezuela? Didn't we attack them?
And we did, yeah. But now
are we friends with them now?
Well, we're gonna have to be friends.
We're gonna have to take some of that oil.
Yeah.
Well, let's play a game, all or nothing for your oil. We'll leave. We just want to eat the oil.
Venezuela. Listen, Venezuela has some of the best baseball players in the world. Ronald Acuna is a Venezuelan. Luis Arraez, who has like 3 batting titles, is a Venezuelan. Our good friend Jose Altuve is a Venezuelan.
And I don't hold it against him.
No. But tonight, they're going down, baby. They're going down. A 4-2 win for Venezuela yesterday over Italy, the Italianos. Also, the other thing, because they won over Japan, they qualified for the Olympics. Little known fact is this WBC is also working as an Olympic qualifier.
So,
I didn't realize that.
I saw that if the U.S. wins, we would join Japan as the only 2-time winner of the world.
Yep.
We hadn't won this thing twice.
No. It's not that easy, Rob.
Okay, I don't understand how this has become that hard.
I mean, basketball is just getting into this world where the foreigners are better than the Americans. Baseball's been there. There's a lot more Latino baseball players than there are American-born.
Okay, maybe I should say the Japanese. No. I know that the Dominican puts players out, and I know Cuba puts players out. I know Venezuela and Mexico, and I know all the Caribbeans have their fair share of players. But sum total, it still doesn't match the American output. It just seems it's crazy to me. It doesn't feel like we're sending our best.
We're sending our best.
Who's our pitcher? Who's
Paul Skeens?
No. Who's
Tarek
playing?
Skubal?
No, neither one of those guys is pitching the championship game.
Oh, I thought you meant like who's our best
like
pitcher.
our championship game pitcher. I don't even know this dude.
Tonight we will go with Nolan McLean against Eduardo Rodriguez.
See, I know the international guy better than I know ours.
Well, Nolan McLean he pitches for the New York Metropolitans.
Nolan McLean, you say?
That's who I'm telling you. He's
right.
a youngster who looks old because he's got a red goatee.
Yeah, that's the picture I saw.
He looks older than
and
he is.
And they said he was one of the best up-and-comers out there, like our best young pitcher. Yeah. Lots of junk, lots of stuff, but only good for about 60, 70 pitches.
Yeah, he won't pitch the full game. But yeah, he'll go out there, throw a little tonight, and we'll let the bullpen do the rest. But yeah, let me pull up let's say AL All-Stars 2025. Let's just see what the rosters.
How many of them are Venezuelan?
All right. The AL All-Star team, the starters: Cal Raleigh, American; Vlad Guerrero, Dominican; Gleyber Torres, Venezuelan; Jose Ramirez, Dominican; Jacob Wilson, American; Javi Baez, Puerto Rican; Riley Green, American; Aaron Judge, American; Ryan O'Hearn, the DH, American. NL, Freddie Freeman, Canadian.
He's Canadian?
Yeah. Ketel Marte, really? Dominican. Manny Machado is, I think actually Manny Machado is American, but I think, I'm not sure who he represents in international play. Francisco Lindor, Puerto Rican. Ronald Acuna is Venezuelan. Pete Crow Armstrong is American. Kyle Tucker is American. Shohei Ohtani, Puerto Rican. Nah, so I'm just,
that's where his gambling debt is hidden.
That's right.
Puerto Rico.
He's
that Ohtani.
Yes.
He's a homeboy.
Yes. No, but I mean, there's a lot more, a bigger percentage than you would think.
You're right. I don't know why I keep having problems with this whole thing, and I won't just go with it.
I don't know.
I'll go with it.
I don't know what your problem is.
I have a problem. No, unfortunately, I don't know how much I'm even going to see of this.
We invented the game. We should be better at it.
That's how I feel about basketball.
Yeah, but over time, it's like, man, these guys keep getting better, and we stay the same.
Not fair.
Yeah, it's not as fun when the rest of the world can keep up with you. But yeah, we'll see if the WBC can if we can get another title in our hands. I am a proud American. I want us to win every time, but I realize you can't do that. You can't just be the champion every year. It doesn't work that way. Japan won 3 times, by the way. This is the
how with who?
Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
I don't. I know that their league is competitive.
The Japanese league is the second best league in the world.
I know it's competitive, but they've won this thing twice. And how often does this happen? Every 3 years? Every 4 years? It seems to be not consistent.
Every 3 to 4 years.
Why is it 3 to 4?
I think they were going to try every 3, then they switched it to 4, and then COVID hit, and they had to readjust the cycle. So I'm not really sure, but I think they're going to try to do it every 3 years. But the one thing to remember about Japan is Japan a lot of the players have no interest in playing Major League Baseball because they make good money in Japan, and it's culturally it's easier for them. A lot of those players could be in the major leagues if they chose to.
Just they're getting better money and reps.
There's also a lot of these teams in Japan don't want to post their players to make them available to Major League Baseball. Like, you know how there's usually like a major league team would have to do some sort of bidding war and say, hey, we win the right to negotiate with this player. And a lot of teams will say we'd rather keep the player than get the money.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so the Japanese baseball, there's some real talent there that like it's not like Shohei Ohtani and Ichiro or those aren't the only good players that they've ever had.
Yeah, I knew that.
They've got I don't know if they've got that quality of guy over there still playing, but they've got some high quality guys. And the thing is with them, they're all Japanese. Over here,
we lose some people.
About half of ours, maybe half our guys are American.
Now that makes a little bit more sense. They're keeping all their guys, and we have a bunch of Americans playing on other teams.
Yes. Well, we have a bunch of Major League Baseball players playing on other teams, and historically, there's been guys like Alex Rodriguez, who is American, who played for the Dominican, and we are a country where that is more likely to happen. Like we're a country who our athletes often recognize their heritage as much or more than they recognize being an American. We see it with the Olympics, and a lot of it is it's hard to make it's hard to make an American athletic team. So you mentioned Becky Hammond,
right? She went to Russia.
She couldn't make the Team USA, so she's like, I'm out of here. I'm going to go play for Russia.
I get all that. I just thought we were better. I really did. I just thought we were so much better than the sum total of all the Cubans. I figured we were better than that, and sum total of all the Dominicans. I mean, they're close, but we could probably come up with we could probably go 15 deep, and you can go 13 deep, kind of stuff. And to see that the only repeat champion wasn't even one of those teams. It was Japan. It just seems to me to lessen. It's just a lesser thing to me. If they're winning it, it means not everybody else is trying that hard.
Japan is the defending champion, so there will be a new champion. Venezuela trying to get their first championship.
I'm such an ugly American. I shouldn't look at it like this, I know, but I just feel like, how dare you guys even pretend? To come in. This is our game.
That's right.
As much as anything, because it's a hard game to pick up. Basketball, you can kind of pick that up. Baseball, that's years of refinement. It's not just be real tall and see who can jump highest.
There is something to there are two kinds of baseball players. They're the kinds who grow up knowing what their launch angle is and, discovering they've got a personal swing coach since they were 5 years old. And then there's the kind who played baseball in an alley.
Yeah, the Dominicans with a broomstick.
With a broomstick and a ping pong ball.
Right.
And if you can get a ping pong ball with a broomstick,
you're probably pretty good.
Yeah, you got some game to you.
And I respect that. I do. But I just didn't think there were that many of the countries that were able to hit ping pong balls with baseball, with broomsticks.
Apparently Venezuela is one of them.
Dude, all right. And, USA.
Who are you cheering for, Vic?
USA.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Not the Venezuelans because they speak Spanish?
I don't see the ribbon.
Nope, it's not Mexico.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just clean the dugout when they're done.
Okay. If I were you, Vic, like on days like this, I would pretend to be Venezuelan.
Nah, I can't be. I can't pretend that.
Or if they win tomorrow.
I'm too Americanized.
If they win tomorrow, then you can say I'm Venezuelan. Just be like, oh, yeah, I'm.
Oh, yeah. I don't even know what their flag looks like.
It's it's yellow and blue and red.
Okay.
So you're going to have to learn that.
Just show up with a Venezuelan gold medal hat.
Oh, okay. I'll just wear a white shirt with black letters that says, I'm Venezuelan.
Venezuelan! Yeah, that'd be good. You can get away with it. I can't just show up tomorrow and say I'm Venezuelan. No one would believe me, I don't think.
No, you'd have to adopt a ridiculous accent.
But also, if you were Venezuelan, they would certainly.
You might pass for Puerto Rican, though.
They would certainly deport you.
What's that? What's that gang?
Bad
the
Bunny?
gang? The Venezuelan gang that we hate?
MS-13.
The MS-13. Maybe that's your way in. Face tats with MS-13.
Maybe.
Bad Bunny and I look a lot alike. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. A little bit.
I get confused for him at the airport all the time.
It's
I was gonna say, yeah,
it really is embarrassing.
When Rob and I went to the Spurs game the other day, Rob was like, "Oh my God!" People kept asking Rob, like,
"Is that Bad Bunny?
Can you take my picture with Bad Bunny?"
Bad Bunny?
And I was like,
"He's busy."
I was like, Rob,
down.
When people think I'm Bad Bunny, can you at least like
TV
run
changes.
security for me?
TV adds 10 pounds and hair.
Excuse me. Bad Bunny coming through. Yeah, it happens all the time.
Leave him be.
Yeah,
Just wants to watch basketball.
Just leave me alone. Leave me alone. The odds tonight for the championship game. Team USA minus 285.
Well, that's not as big odds as I'd have liked.
Well, Venezuela's pretty good, man. Pretty good. Your tournament MVP, the favorite, Aaron Judge at plus 370, Roman Anthony plus 600, and Ronald Acuna plus 750.
Now, our Skip knows this is a championship game, right?
I think he's aware.
Have we told him?
This is, in fact, an elimination game. If you lose...
Oh, this isn't the title game.
No, it is.
Oh, okay, good.
But it's also the
Does he
elimination
know that
game.
if we lose, we don't get to play again?
The winner wins, and they are the champions. The loser is eliminated from the tournament and will not play another game.
I honestly thought I wouldn't have to ask that question.
I know, but yeah, he's made it clear that he's not always fully aware.
So he's fully aware of the ramifications.
What's going on here? Yeah,
Coach,
he's
this is
a little slow on the uptake.
Well, we were supposed to win that one?
Well, I thought.
Damn it.
And then he's like, "No, I knew. I just, I knew it. I'm not. Nothing to see here."
Hey, Coach, I don't think you're helping yourself.
I knew it all along. What are you talking about? I knew.
I knew. I was
knew.
just bad at my job. I'm not stupid. I'm just bad at it.
I'm not a dummy. I'm just
not very good at what I'm doing. I knew I was supposed to win. I'm just bad at it.
I was playing around. What's the big deal? I was playing around.
I don't think you're helping yourself, Coach. This isn't a good out.
Saying you're playing around isn't a...
I'm just playing around. I didn't know this mattered. I thought this was just fun and games.
Yeah, that's what it should be, but no. That is not the case. This one counts. This one, it's like an SEC game. It just means more.
It's so true.
It just
how much it really means.
Means more.
I got an idea for a catch.
All right.
It just means more.
I want to take a look at a list here of the Athletic put together a list of the 16 teams most likely to win the whole dang tournament, and see if you can agree or disagree with this. It is the Morning Huddle. We'll do that next. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Kinetico water softeners have been part of the fabric of San Antonio for, quite frankly, as long as I can remember. Every home I've ever owned in this great city has been well plumbed with a Kinetico water softener in it because I know the value. I learned that from my daddy. Now, you might not have had an opportunity to have a Kinetico water softener. Probably never even thought about your water softener. You can get a Kinetico even if you're renting a place. But if you're looking to buy and getting the very best, I want you to consider Kinetico. It certainly has the reputation. They've got the bona fides, the awards to prove it. But I can just tell you from personal experience, I have never had a single problem with my Kinetico water softening. I've never had to call for any kind of repairs. My pipes are clean. I don't worry about my whites turning dingy, and certainly that powdery stuff on my glasses. I don't have to deal with that. I want that for you. If it's time for you to get a water softener, or if it's time to get the very best, write this number down, 656-PURE. That number will change your home. You call them today, they're going to come out and put one in your home if you're already plumbed for one, so you can see what I'm talking about, for free of charge for 90 days. But the real exciting thing about what Kinetico's doing right now is what they're offering. If you decide to buy, there's a reverse osmosis drinking station that they would just like to give you. They'll put it in on your kitchen sink. They've got the decor to match your pretty decor, and you'll never have to buy another water bottle again. Your tea and your coffee will be ready and clean and clear, ready for the drink and all the stuff you put in your pet's bowls as well. Call them today at 656-PURE. Take advantage of what is an extraordinary deal with the very best that you can get is Kinetico. And I promise you get one today, I know you're going to come by and thank me later.
All right, fellas, quick heads up. The 94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Spring Golf Classic at the Golf Club of Texas on Monday, March 30th.
Yeah, it's officially sold out.
But don't worry, you can still be part of the fun. Join us after the round for the ultimate golf after party at 90 Proof Bar and Grill at Lucky Road Ranch and Highway 90. Cold drinks, great food, and about 1,000 exaggerated stories about the one drive that almost hit the fairway. The sold-out Spring Golf Classic, presented by Flight by Yingling and sponsored by Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, Jim Beam, and Sarah Auto Group, On the Rocks Premium Cocktails, PPL Motorhomes, and Hornitos Tequila.
Hi, my name is Jason Thompson. For the past 32 years, I've represented San Antonians injured in auto accidents. I'm a second-generation attorney here in town. My father, Bob Thompson, has practiced law here in San Antonio for more than 50 years, and I learned how to practice law from him. I learned what it means to be asked to represent a client and the tremendous honor and obligation that comes with being someone's attorney. And here's what that means for you. If you call my office, I will be the one you speak to. I will be your attorney, not a staff member or a junior lawyer. 2, I have one rule in my office. If my client's happy, I'm happy. 3, relationships. A good one is built on communication, honesty, and time. I like talking to my clients. They're the only reason I go to work every day, and each is very special and very much appreciated. If you or a family member has been injured in an auto collision, please call me. My name's Jason Thompson. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 900-0400. Or you can go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
Hey, this is Rob Thompson here with my good friends from Prize Picks. I've got a little hint for you. I want you to go download Prize Picks right now. And if you remember the code Alamo, you're going to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Remember, that's code Alamo, and you'll get $50 in lineups. That's just from me to you. Now, let's talk about why you want to go get on Prize Picks, because right now is the best time to play Prize Picks, because the season's meat is there. We know what the teams are doing. We know who's going to get more or less. Now go capitalize. As college ends up, as the NBA pros head toward the playoffs, you know that Wemby's trending up. You know that Steph Castle's trending up. You know that certain guys are trending down. Now's the time to go play. So when you're playing basketball and you are winning, remember what Prize Picks does for you? If they start out fast, you can go ahead and cash out before the game's even over. That's why I love Prize Picks. Also, you got good picks? Share them on social media. They're going to help you do that. Prize Picks is fantastic because being right is good, being right more is better, but man, it feels so good to be right.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Bring your visions to life with smart business buying tools and technology from Amazon Business. From fast, free shipping to in-depth buying insights and automated purchase approvals, we deliver everything you need to achieve your goals. Go to AmazonBusiness.com for support.
Even if you've given up on your New Year's resolutions, one health habit that's easy to keep is Active Liver from New Nordic. Active Liver protects your liver so you can enjoy life to the fullest. Online at Amazon, in stores at CVS, Walgreens, and now GNC.
This is an important notice to all U.S. taxpayers. The IRS is giving away billions of dollars in tax savings through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative to aid delinquent taxpayers. This initiative was established for anyone facing financial hardship and unable to pay their back taxes. Qualifying and enrolling in this program will stop all collections, settle your delinquent tax problem, and even reduce what you owe by thousands of dollars. Call the hotline at People's Tax Relief to see if you qualify and get this free information by dialing 800-922-1284. If you have unfiled tax returns or cannot afford to pay your personal or business back taxes, you can now get the help you need. One simple phone call can resolve your tax problem and save you thousands of dollars. To see if you qualify and to get this important free information, call 800-922-1284. 800-922-1284. 800-922-1284.
You're listening to The Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
All righty. So list here on The Athletic. Have you decided who's your champion of your bracket yet?
No.
I've made my decision.
I'll hold it till the end. We will announce our brackets on Thursday, I'm sure there'll be an exhibition and a competition.
Okay.
Amongst us. But no, I haven't. I'm not even. I mean, there's the usual suspects. I think I'm in there around the same 4 or 5 the rest of us are. But no, I'm not there yet.
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of.
This is the first time ever that all 4 number 1 seeds are all favored by double figures. That's never happened before.
All 4 2 seeds are favored by at least 20.
There's such a
the top
gap.
is so heavy.
Mm-hmm.
I do think there are going to be less. Like everybody always talks about, the 5-12s and the 4-13s. I think we are. If you are an upset-minded player, I think there's going to be a lot less.
Yeah, fewer Cinderellas. There's always one. I mean, because the committee is so dead set on finding it. They want the upset. They want one of them, and it's it used to be. Now it's the 5-12. That's the upset line, isn't it? That's where it's begun.
Yep.
It's gotten there. So I expect there'll be one just by matchup. But no, this feels like a meeting of the greats is coming to Indianapolis here in 3 weeks. That we will truly have 3 legitimate title contenders and one possible mid-level. Hey, we got a shot kind of team.
Yeah. I will say, just because the gap feels like it's so much greater now between the haves and have-nots, I'm going to bet that between the 1 through 5 seeds, we might have. I would set the over/under at 1.5 upsets.
Yeah, that makes about sense. I think
which normally it's like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Like I think if there's 2, that'll be a lot.
And that 5 seed might be a little deep.
And the 5, dude. I mean, Vanderbilt could be a 3 seed, and they're a 5 seed. Wisconsin's a 5 seed. They're really good. Who was the other 5 seed? Texas Tech is a little banged up as a 5 seed. The last 5 seed is it's St. John's.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people who are like trying to make a case for St. John's to win the whole thing.
Dude, circle him all the way to the Final Four. You guys are nuts. But okay.
I just think that there is the gap between the haves and have-nots is greater than it's ever been, thanks to money.
Yeah,
and quite frankly, and like now that and I also think the separation between the 1s and 2s and the rest of the field is also pretty wide. But the teams like, for instance, Michigan State or Kansas, that's a 3 seed, that's a 4 seed. Who's another 3 seed? Illinois, Virginia, Arkansas. Think about the money that goes into those programs. Now think about the money that goes into North Dakota State, Hawaii,
Northern Iowa.
Yeah, it's so when you think about NIL, I mean, there's guys playing for millions of dollars on Kansas.
Mm-hmm. But I will say this: there is one guy on every one of these teams that's making a lot of money. There's one. Now, not on. I shouldn't say every team. Nobody making a lot of money on Howard. Nobody making a lot of money on the University of Michigan. But I will say somebody on St. John's making $500,000. Maybe 2 guys are making $500,000. They would be contributors on other teams.
Sure,
but they are great on their team. Not a great. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but I do think that money has become the great equalizer, but it also has helped to spread the mayonnaise. There are some guys that are on some teams that probably wouldn't have been there, but they got an $800,000 NIL deal. So they went and they led their team where they would have been a contributor at Duke. They are a stud at name your Midwest school. And there's 4 or 5 of those guys out there. So there are some of those middling teams with a dude on their team that can lift them. One guy, and if he does what he was paid to do, might actually get it done. But those top 15 teams, and then there's everybody else.
Well, The Athletic put out a list of the top 16 teams most likely to win it all. And there's a lot of the usual suspects here. I'll start at the bottom. Number 16, this one might surprise you. Tennessee, 6 seed. It says the Vols are a 6 seed. That does not scream national championship contender. Rick Barnes has not been back to the Final Four since he went with T.J. Ford in Texas in 2003. But this team has a high floor thanks to its offensive rebounding and stout defense. Star tandem of point guard Jacoby Gillespie and wing Nate Ament can explode for 50-plus points combined any night. The draw is challenging. Plenty of other teams from the Midwest region are on this list. but the Vols have already beat Houston, Vanderbilt, and Alabama away from home this year. They could make a run.
I like Gillespie. He's an electric point guard with the ball in his hands. If he's playing downhill, they're good. Yeah, they got a shot. My problem is, and this is not a shot at Barnes. It's not. But he's just not a momentum tournament coach.
No,
he's a
not.
process coach. And if the process goes well, the team is excellent and they go win games. But he's not a big game coach. And, that's not a slap, but there are some coaches that coach with momentum and they roll and they make the right moves and they dare greatly. They play dudes that normally they wouldn't just because they get a hint or a hunch. That's not how Barnes coaches. It's all about the prep and now go out and play. And that kind of limits him sometimes, I think, in tournaments, especially in late game situations. That's just me.
I do not think Tennessee can win the title.
I don't, but I'll tell you, they got the talent for it. We know that.
Michigan State, number 15. I think Michigan State sucks on offense. I have a hard time picturing them winning. They're a really good rebounding team, and they have what I normally like, a point guard who can carry a team, and Jeremy Fears. But I just have a hard time buying into a team that I don't trust to score ever.
Well, that's the Izzo wizardry. He is a tournament coach. I mean, he has made his living getting teams to the Sweet 16. He just knows how to do it, and he's got guys that are so rough and so tough, and there's a mindset with him. No, this isn't a greatly talented team. I think Fears is an NBA guard, and I think that the kid, I can never remember his name, who might be the best athlete in all of college basketball, Koa Key, whatever his name is. They got a couple of weapons.
Jackson Kohler, you're talking about?
No, it's got a funny first name. It's like a first one-syllable name.
Oh, Kurtang.
That's him, Kurtang.
Yeah,
that guy is an athlete, touch the top of the box. You get him playing downhill, they'll disrupt you. They will. I like Izzo because of his tournament abilities, so you're going to have to be significantly better to beat them. You know better than me. I feel like Tom Izzo, for a guy with one ring, boy, we sure act like he is. Because he's always in the Sweet 16. Always. I mean, he just gets his team there, and it's normally with a team you go, huh. And so, no, you're right. He's riding on a lot of.
He's Coach K or something. Dude's won it once.
Mm-hmm. But he's significantly.
And by the way, that was 25 years ago.
It's hard to believe it's been that long since that team. But the number of big wins that he's had over the years on national TV and on against big teams, it always seems like there's a reason why they lost and not an excuse.
Here's a trivia question for you. Since Michigan State won in 2000, how many Big Ten teams have won the national championship?
Oh, let's see. Since 2000?
Yep.
3?
0.
No Big Ten since 2000.
That was the last championship for a Big Ten team. Isn't that crazy to think about?
It doesn't make sense. It shouldn't have been that way. But
Maryland has won one since 2000, but they were in the ACC at the time. So that's a wild thing that the Big Ten, as good as they've been, have not won a tournament since 2020.
Michigan might have gotten one in there at some point, and I guess Indiana was in the 90s. So, my goodness.
Number 14, Kansas.
No.
They're they're driven by one guy. The problem is, I don't know. So when you're in a region where, and Bill Self is one of the best coaches in the country, for sure.
Question.
But when you're in a region where Dan Hurley is, and Mick Cronin, and Rick Pitino, and Tom Izzo, and John Shire, and all those guys are all in your same region, how big of an advantage is coaching really? Probably not huge.
No, it's not, because
so it comes down to your
ready.
bodies.
Mm-hmm.
And Kansas has proven they've I don't know. I mean, they've got the best the top NBA player in the country, but I don't know if that's enough.
And Badinga is a
great defender.
He's a good college center. He'll grab a lot of rebounds and he'll block some shots. But they're just, when your best player is a guy that doesn't always drive the bus, it's really hard to win the big game.
I'm out on them being able to win.
Me too.
Number 13, Virginia.
They got a shot, man.
Do you think so?
Yeah. I saw where they got a 20% chance of the Sweet 16, which is probably more appropriate to them. But they got 5 guys, all 5 can hit a 3 at any given moment. They are as good a shooting team as there is in college basketball, and for that alone, I give them a shot.
I will say this for Virginia. Their region feels takeable. They're in the Midwest with Michigan, Iowa State, Kentucky. Like it feels like a winnable region for them. So I won't cross Virginia off the list. They're just probably a little ways down my list.
They have Wright State, and the winner gets to, they'll probably take on Tennessee. The winner of that will probably end up taking on it's Kentucky.
Probably Iowa State, huh?
So, yes, Kentucky, Santa Clara, Iowa State. So you figure Iowa State. It's not crazy to see a Virginia ISU matchup. That could be a matchup that Virginia wins. It would certainly be a fast-paced game. I think they have an inside shot, but no, I don't think at the end of the day I'd put them in my top 4.
All right. Number 12, Arkansas.
Dude, now there's a team that, number 1, is hot. Number 2, they've got maybe the best guard in the country, at least under 6 feet.
They've certainly got one of the best guard duos when you count Darius Acuff and Malik Thomas.
And then you had the way DJ Wagner played in that last game. And then you throw in this kid Brazil, who's a senior leader, who's played at Missouri and at Arkansas, has been there and done that before. You tell me I got a Calipari team with those 4 dudes, and all I got to win is 4 games? I put them as a possible Final Four team, but they got to stay hot.
All right, here's my question. Because their region has Purdue, Arizona, and Gonzaga,
the big bodies,
it's all huge mountainous teams. Do you like that? Doesn't feel like Arkansas. Like it doesn't feel like it's going to work.
No, it doesn't. But I'll tell you, they get the edge and toughness. I mean, yeah. I mean, some of the
Purdue and Arizona.
I think Arizona is an NBA team. If they've stayed together in 4 years, everybody on that team looks like they could play in the NBA. So as far as NBA talent, Arizona is head and shoulder above them. But I'll tell you, the SEC, and especially Arkansas, yeah, they've had some bad games where they can't hit the side of a barn. But nobody in the country coaches momentum and talent better than Calipari. There's just a way he coaches his kids to where he makes them believe even more is possible when they've already played that well. There's something about the way he coaches that they're hot right now. And if you let them get out ahead of you, you ain't coming back. I put them in there as a possible.
They can win it?
Yeah, I do think it's possible.
St. John's.
They can't shoot. That at the end of the day, teams that can't shoot just can't win it. You have to be offensive.
St. John's has won 17 of the last 18. Their only loss was the game that they couldn't hit the broadside of a barn against UConn. But they are elite defensively. The problem is they're in Duke's bracket, and they're a 4-5. They're a 5, so which means they're going to have to play Duke in the Sweet 16. That's tough.
I think Pitino has coached his ass off and done it. This is as good as that St. John's team can be, considering the environment that he's in the Big East. He's not going to get the big offensive studs. They don't want to go there because they get beat up. But they're tough, man. That's a tough team.
I'm also of the belief that the Big East just wasn't very good this year, and so I'm not buying them in the tournament.
I'm not either. I don't think they're as bad as there's going to be a Big East team that wins a couple of games. It'll probably be UConn, but for the most part, I think it's not as bad as we thought they were. But I think at the end of the day, because they play in such a rough conference, it's really hard to step out and then go play a game with the refs coming from the Missouri Valley. And, I play a style of ball that plays well in Brooklyn, that goes really hard in the Palestra. But in Midwest, now you're playing too rough. That's not what the game is.
Number 10, Illinois.
They can win it. I don't think they will, but they've got every piece they need.
They are elite offensively. They are meh.
Yeah,
defensively.
Yeah, I'm out on them. I thought they were legitimate Final Four. I just believe they've got every piece, but that team is flawed.
Draw is pretty rough. It's Florida is the 1 seed. Houston is the 2 seed. And if they did get to the Sweet 16 matchup and played Houston,
they can't beat Houston.
That game in Houston.
Yeah, well, even on any court, the style that is the worst possible matchup for them. Houston's just. They come at you from every angle, and that's not what they're good at.
We'll give one more, and then we'll do the top 8 on the other side. Gonzaga.
I don't know enough about them, man. I wish I was more intelligent on my choices. I can tell you this. I think this might be Mark Few's best coaching job.
They, of course, they're the WCC champions again. This is the best defensive team Mark Few's had since 2017. That team played for a national championship.
Got their cookies taken by Baylor.
And they get to play in Portland and San Jose, which not having to leave the West Coast is a huge deal for that team. So maybe Maybe.
This might be it. This is the most unheralded of all the Gonzaga teams. It really is.
Nobody's talking about them. They are sneaky. They're 30-3, and normally a 30-3 Gonzaga team, there's people trying to put them in the championship game.
Too much love given to them, and I think people have finally backed off the fact that they're not tough enough. But this might be actually the tough team that shows up.
All right. Well, they are led by a big man. Graham Ike is probably their best player. All right. Let's take a break. When we come back, I'll give you the top 8. Of the 16 teams they say can win the national title. I got to tell you about Underdog Fantasy. And if you are not playing on Underdog, what are you doing? It's tournament time, baby. You can get in on it tonight. I think when you look at Texas and North Carolina State, you're going to be able to look at some hires on all these guys, quite frankly. I think it is going to be an up-tempo game. I think somebody's going to get to 90 points. So I'd look for some scoring hires in that one. And it's so simple. You pick whether your favorite players are going to go higher or lower on their stats, points, rebounds, steals, whatever it is. If they do, you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. It is so much fun, and it makes games you might not care about worth the watch. Simple as that. Download the app today. Use my promo code Alamo. You'll score $50 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code Alamo. Underdog. Make picks. Win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-MY-RESET or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Our heaviest delay continues to be 35 southbound Weidner to Thousand Oaks due to road work. Got the roadway reduced to one lane, 90-minute delay. Nacogdoches is going to be a good alternate route. 35 northbound just past Rittiman. Got an accident. Only the left shoulder is getting by. We've got some heavy delays in the area. It's also impacting traffic at 410 northbound between Houston Street on over to 35 as well. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by American Public University.
Success starts with your drive. You bring the fire. American Public University will fuel the journey. Learn more at apu.apus.edu.
Thomas J. Henry Law fights even when the insurance company says your claim is worth nothing. Thomas J. Henry doesn't back down. That's how we put over $1 billion in our clients' pockets in just the last 4 years. Visit thomasjhenrylaw.com. Principal Office, San Antonio.
The St. Patty's Day parties at the Rue Pub are legendary, and this year it will be the biggest St. Patrick's Day party ever. An all-day block party starting at 11 a.m. The green beer will be flowing, live music with Finding Friday on the outdoor stage from 6 to 9. DJs at both the Rue and Angry Elephant before and after the band. It's an all-day party March 17th, and this year is going to be bigger and better than ever before. So plan now to celebrate St. Patrick's Day the right way at the Rue Pub and Angry Elephant, 281 in Redland Road.
Where are you watching the basketball madness this Friday? Join the Blitz live at Novo Brewery, attached to North Star Mall. Basketball on every screen, happy hour, prizes, and we're covering it all beginning at 2 o'clock. This is where brackets live or die. Novo Brewery this Friday.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. If you're tired of pain slowing you down from a recent injury or something that's been nagging you for years, we can help. At Arasti, we've earned the trust of over 8,000 physicians by delivering fast, lasting pain relief without painkillers or surgery. Our hands-on approach targets the root cause of pain, and most patients see results in just one visit. No referral needed, and it's covered by most insurance plans. So don't wait. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti. We fix pain fast.
Free products and services are the best. They're next to non-existent, though. But the next best thing does exist. Barter. Alamo Barter. Right here in San Antonio, if you have a business and provide a product or service, you can barter with hundreds of other businesses that are already members. From trips to a medical visit, restaurants, and home services, Alamo Barter is a great way for you to trade out your skills with others. Call Alamo Barter or visit them online at alamobarter.com. alamobarter.com.
My car smells fresh, so fresh, always so fresh every day. My car smells fresh, so fresh, like I cleaned it yesterday. Got that Febreze car on the vents, living life with that just clean freshness. Febreze car, if you know, up to 40 days a scent on low. My car smells fresh, so fresh, always so fresh every day. My car smells fresh, so fresh, like I cleaned it yesterday. That's
If you've been thinking about buying a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, think Ancira.com. Browse through thousands of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, SUVs, and RVs. Shop for your next new Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Ford, Buick, or GMC. Looking for an import? We have a huge selection of Kias, VWs, and Nissans. For your home away from home, a full line of RVs and campers. And you'll always get the lowest Ancira price, in-store or online at Ancira.com.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, we are live at the Root Pub, 281 and Redland Road.
St. Patrick's Day, no better place to be than the Roo for St. Patty's Day and the basketball that is underway.
Ooh.
Don't do that. The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You ever feel like a paper bag, Rob?
Often. Right now I do.
What? Throwing back a segment, Joe Otero says, sorry, AJ, the USA didn't invent baseball.
We didn't?
I beg to differ. Now,
Who did?
There are, like...
England, I think.
Well, no.
No, they play cricket.
Yeah, cricket. There's other stick and ball games that go back to the old world.
Mr. Abner Doubleday would beg to differ.
Yeah, but baseball was invented in Cooperstown, New York, from what history's told me. Now, you know, cricket or stool ball, or what's the one they play on Fantastic?
Stool ball.
on what's the on Fantastic Mr. Fox? They play one.
I don't know.
What's it? I don't know. Whack bat. He said, "Oh,
whack bat.
Your dad was the greatest whack bat player in the it was in the history of all time." Oh, could you be as good as your dad? No way, son.
Nope.
Yeah, Fantastic Mr. Fox was a great whack bat player. But yeah, baseball invented in the USA.
Yeah,
That's ours. All right. Don't you try to take that from us.
USA.
Don't you dare try to take that from us. All right. Back to the list of the 16 teams. Is Gonzaga on your list of teams that can win?
Can I report back tomorrow? Honestly, I haven't seen enough video. I haven't seen enough film. I have no idea. So on its face, I will say this. Because I know there hadn't been a team west of the Mississippi win a national championship in 100 years or whatever it is, I'll say no.
Okay.
Just because of that. But I reserve my right to come back tomorrow and say, I've looked at film. I've seen some numbers that tell me differently.
Well, that means, Baylor won. They're west of the Mississippi.
Barely. I mean, west of Baylor, that's it.
That is it.
Yeah.
Well, you got two more teams west of the Mississippi that I'm going to get to in these final 8. Number 8 is Purdue.
Dude. What? Tell me, when you judge teams just on their face, when you go, okay, when I'm looking at a college tournament game, what do you look at? What are the things that you look at for teams that you don't, you know who they are, but you really see how do they win?
If I'm looking for a champion, the thing that Purdue lacks that I look for in a champion is legitimate NBA talent.
And they've got one dude that's going to play in the NBA.
Yeah,
and he'll be average at best.
And none of them are like, it's not high-end NBA talent. Their athleticism, they're good, don't get me wrong. And offensively, they are very good. But they are, quite frankly, they've got a bunch of slow white guys like that.
I'm not going to dispute everything you're saying.
Smooth offense, and it's old school, and it can work for a while, and it can get you to a level of success, but I don't think it's going to win you a title.
Title, when I look at teams, can you win? First thing I look at is continuity of program. Is this a program that's built to win? Have they been in situations that will provide them a platform to go win? And Purdue has that. Then I look at, okay, let's look at guards and leadership. You don't have to be a senior guard, but, anymore, a junior guard's pretty old to have on your team. They got 2 old guards that control pace, that ain't going to lose the game for you. And one can shoot the lights out, that kid Lawyer. They've got the right ingredients. And if things break right, I think they can get real close. But what you just said is the truth. When it gets equal, when you're playing a team that's just as good as you as far as coaching and product and lineage, the difference maker then becomes the Jimmies and not, the Jimmies and Joes. And they don't have the Jimmies and Joes.
And listen, man, they start 4 seniors. A lot of respect to Matt Painter and what he's done with that program, but
there's just not enough playmaking superstar to go win a game.
There's not.
But that little point guard, I'll tell you what, I know he's been in college for about 15 years now, but he is one hell of a point guard.
Braden Smith.
Yeah, he can really play.
Yeah, it's fine. Braden Smith, I don't know why in the championship game against Michigan didn't have his name on the back of his jersey. My wife's like, why is he the only one?
He wasn't even wearing his normal number. I think there was a problem. He was wearing like 41. I noticed that.
No, he was wearing number 0.
Well, he was wearing something weird.
He's normally number 3, but I don't know what happened to his jersey. But
I'm going to miss him when he's gone because he has been a pleasure to watch. But no, it's just not enough.
He's been a pleasure to watch since the beginning of time.
I'm telling you, he's as old as I am.
Yeah, I don't think Purdue can win a championship just because I don't think that they don't have enough high end athletic talent, I guess I should say, is maybe the way to put it. Number 7 is Iowa State.
Boy, they bring pressure. That might be enough.
It's funny. I mean, if Arizona misses that buzzer beater in the semifinals, maybe Iowa State.
I've underestimated them all year. I know I've talked them up, but I'll tell you, in every big game, I have underestimated them. I've always picked, like when they were playing Houston, I picked Houston. When it came to the big games, I picked the other team, and for the most part, I was wrong. I mean, Iowa State brings pressure, and they're good under pressure, and we forget about how good they can shoot. We talked about their shooter in the break,
Momcilovic.
That dude can light it up, man, and he's big enough to where he doesn't have to jump. So just if he's open, that shot's up. Yeah, they can win it. They can.
They've got Tamin Lipsey, who is one of the best point guards in the country.
Another one of those things I judge teams by.
Yep.
It'll be hard. They're going to have to be an upset in their way. They ain't going to beat a blue blood, but if the blue blood's out of the way, they can put together 4 wins.
I like Otzelberger too. I think he's a good coach.
Schmedium shirt.
I'm out on number 6, and I've said why. The UConn Huskies.
Boy, you just I don't know.
I know that Dan Hurley is a championship level coach. I just think that the Big East is so down. I mean, they weren't even competitive in the Big East final. They lost at Marquette before that. They're not playing their best ball. And I don't know that they have the players that they certainly don't have the players they had when they won the title. There's no Steph Castle. There's no Donovan Clingan on this team. I can tell you that.
No, but they've got Solo Ball, who's been there around a bit. Donovan Clingan, another one of those 15-year vets. They've got the right pieces, but they are missing something.
Yeah,
and maybe it is the conference just wasn't good enough to really kind of sharpen the blade. They're just I think that I certainly would not want to play them all the way through because I do think on a night they can beat anybody. I just don't think they have the continuity or the consistency to go all the way. No, they can't win it.
Number 5, the Florida Gators.
Yes, they can win it. Don't let that last game fool you. That's been the hottest team in the SEC for the last several weeks. They're huge, and they've also been there. They've got every piece they need.
The one thing that I would say it turns me off with Florida is as great as they are up front, and they are really good up front, they don't have guard play that I trust.
Not
and
yet.
It bit them in the ass against Vanderbilt. They turned it over and over again. That's frustrating. And I still think they can win, but I understand why there could be some reservation.
When they lose,
I've got more reservation after watching that Vanderbilt game where the backcourt was just dreadful.
I'll give you that. When and if they lose, it'll be turnovers and consistency at guard play. But I'll tell you, everybody on that team been there. You know, I think they finally figured out a little bit of their guard play. That Xavier Lee kid they brought up, I think, was playing too much. I think they were putting him in situations that, quite frankly, weren't his forte. So now he's more of a six man than a leader on the court, and I think that's kind of helped them. But guard play's been their little hiccup, and I think in the end, when they do lose, it'll be because of turnovers. But I do believe they're one of the 4 or 5 teams that can win it all.
Well, Xavier Lee went to Princeton.
Yeah, smart boy.
Yes,
Smart boy.
yes, well, very smart. Very
He helped
smart.
the grade point when he transferred in.
Yeah,
they got the all-academic team
and
now.
I love Boogie Fland as a scorer, but Boogie Fland is a walking turnover.
Yeah,
and that's problematic.
He's a dangerous player.
The number 4 team is west of the Mississippi, the Houston Cougars. And the thing about Florida, when I say, and you said this just now, if they run into a team that can turn them over, that's going to be a problem. The 2 seed in Florida's region is the Houston Cougars. And if Florida played Houston again, it would be in Houston, Texas.
That's
which
crazy.
is
That's not fair, but okay.
Not ideal for Florida. But are the Cougs a championship-level team?
Yes, I don't think they can, but you can't leave them off this list because the guard play is extraordinary. Those 2 guards, when they're on, are great. They jump passes, they defend lanes, and they attack the rim nonstop. I mean, the rebounds, it's fresh meat. So those kind of teams, you give them a puncher's chance because they throw hard punchers, but if you they have a chance. They are one of those 4 or 5 I put right there just because, but I think they're the least likely of that group.
They have been to 5 consecutive Sweet 16s.
My gosh.
And this doesn't even count Kingston Flemings, but Houston has 3 players, Uzan, Sharp, and Tugler, who started in the championship game last year and essentially have home court advantage almost throughout this thing because their first 2 games are in Oklahoma City, where there will probably be a pretty good UH crowd there as well.
Can you imagine? I mean, the way A&M and if A&M and Houston play, they won't play in Houston. They'll play in Oklahoma City.
Okay.
Yeah. What an interesting matchup that was designed to be. Thanks, committee. The Bucky ball against the U of H's defense. Yikes. I like Houston. They're tough as nails. They're the modern day Michigan State, but they're going to need some help, and they'll have to get one of those dudes is going to have to hit threes like he hadn't hit all year. Uzang's going to have to find that depth again if they're going to get there.
Number 3, the Michigan Wolverines.
Of the number ones, they're the least likely. Can they win it? Yes. There's enough. They do.
You were in love with this team.
I was for a long time. This is what scares me. Yaxel Lindenberg comes and goes. Doesn't mean that there was a game where Yaxel had 1 bucket. It was the last shot he made. I mean, you can't be a title team and have Luxembourg or Yaxelberg not be a consistent guy.
Lindenberg.
Yaxel
Lindenberg.
Whatever it is, he'll be sitting watching the Final
I love that
Four.
they have a guy named Cheddar on the team. When they were playing Wisconsin, my wife said, "Why doesn't Cheddar play for Wisconsin?"
His NIL deal would have been phenomenal. Cheddar.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
6 for 6, and the Aggies have the lead.
Your home for Aggies football. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless. Every now and then you find a deal that actually feels like a win. With Straight Talk Wireless, you get more and pay less. Now that's a good deal. No contracts, no credit checks, no surprises, all on Verizon's 5G network. Find it in the same place you've always found straightforward prices, exclusively at Walmart and StraightTalk.com.
This is an important notice to all U.S. taxpayers. The IRS is giving away billions of dollars in tax savings through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative to aid delinquent taxpayers. This initiative was established for anyone facing financial hardship and unable to pay their back taxes. Qualifying and enrolling in this program will stop all collections, settle your delinquent tax problem, and even reduce what you owe by thousands of dollars. Call the hotline at People's Tax Relief to see if you qualify and get this free information by dialing 800-922-1284. If you have unfiled tax returns or cannot afford to pay your personal or business back taxes, you can now get the help you need. One simple phone call can resolve your tax problem and save you thousands of dollars. To see if you qualify and to get this important free information, call 800-922-1284. 800-922-1284. 800-922-1284.
Healthy vision is about more than seeing clearly. It's about going beyond. From comprehensive eye care with the latest technology to advanced vision solutions that provide deep insights into your overall health. And with doctors who build lasting relationships founded on trust, ensuring that every detail is taken care of. I choose Vision Source to never miss out on life's precious moments. Vision Source, beyond your eyes.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for more than 50 years. Went to grade school, high school, and graduated from law school right here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after serious injury and fatality collisions since 1994. My website is alawyerforus.com. Why a lawyer for us? Well, after several years of practice, I watched as insurance companies created their own law firms solely to defend against auto claims. Today, there are very few insurance companies that do not have their own captive law firm filled with attorneys whose job is to minimize what the insurance company has to pay on an auto claim. If you or a family member is injured in a traffic collision, you will need your own attorney. Just remember alawyerforus.com. For many lawyers you see on billboards, your case will be handled by a non-lawyer or a staff lawyer. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be the lawyer you speak with. The initial consultation is always free. If you or a family member needs an experienced attorney, an attorney you can trust, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 900-0400. That's 210-900-0400 or alawyerforus.com.
I need a little range, step to the range, come on, meet me at the
Introducing the new Chick-fil-A Jalapeno Ranch Club Sandwich. With that juicy Chick-fil-A chicken on a buttermilk ranch bun, jalapeno ranch sauce, and pickled jalapenos, it's a little ranch with a lot of kick. The new Chick-fil-A Jalapeno Ranch Club with original spicy or grilled filet. Available for a limited time only. Order ahead on the Chick-fil-A app.
How can you grow your business from idea to industry leader? With smart business buying tools and technology from Amazon Business. From fast, free shipping to in-depth buying insights and automated purchase approvals, we deliver everything you need. Go to AmazonBusiness.com for support.
Even if you've given up on your New Year's resolutions, one health habit that's easy to keep is Active Liver from New Nordic. Active Liver protects your liver so you can enjoy life to the fullest. Online at Amazon, in stores at CVS, Walgreens, and now GNC.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Our heaviest delay continues to be 35 southbound Weidner to Thousand Oaks due to road work. Got the roadway reduced to 1 lane, 90-minute delay. Nacogdoches is going to be a good alternate route. 35 northbound just past Rittiman. Got an accident. Only the left shoulder is getting by. We've got some heavy delays in the area. It's also impacting traffic at 410 northbound between Houston Street on over to 35 as well. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
In the NBA, the San Antonio Spurs back on the road took care of business, though it almost slipped away. They beat the Kawhi-less Clippers 119-150. In college hoops, the tournament starts tonight with the first 4 doubleheader. First up will be the 16 seeds as they battle it out. UMBC, that's University of Maryland, Baltimore County, takes on Howard at 5:40. The winner getting to take on number 1 Michigan. They're followed by the 2 11 seeds, Texas and North Carolina State. Tips set for around 8:15. The winner advancing to take on BYU. You can catch it all on San Antonio's ESPN 1250 and 94.5 FM. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hi, everybody. I should say that in the morning from now on. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
You got to have expressive. And
Hello. It's me. I'm AJ. This is where people go, I knew it. He bakes. He's got a cat. Bakes cookies.
I
dude.
told you.
I told you.
Loves Katy Perry.
Yeah. He's a Swiftie.
He's a Swiftie. Huge into Swift.
Yeah.
I'm just saying if it walks like a duck.
That's right.
Yeah.
Quack, quack, mother. All right.
There's anything wrong with it?
No, of course not. We're down to 2. The teams most likely to win the national championship. Number 2, the Duke Blue Devils.
It's going to be hard to convince me that they don't.
They have the probable national player of the year. They are the number 1 team in KenPom. They are the number 1 team on Bart Torvik. They are the number 2 team on Evan Mia, just behind Michigan. They are getting Patrick Ngongba back for the tournament, is what I at least that's what I've been told.
Maybe not this week if they have to get through a game. But
yeah. I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they'll miss him against Siena.
Well,
I think they'll be okay.
They're playing a crayon.
Yes. Burnt Siena. What do you like about this Duke team?
Everything.
And what could be their downfall if you were looking for something?
Turnovers and backcourt quickness are their problem. They're not super athletic as far as getting to the rim, but they have got an old soul, the best player in college basketball. Maybe not the most athletic, but the best in Boozer. They're sound. They play like a bunch of 3.5 stars instead of a bunch of 5 stars. They know they star in their roles. They're the best all-around team in basketball and have been all year long. It hasn't even been close. Now, they haven't been the best every week, but all around, front to back, they're the best team in basketball.
Did you see anything in the ACC tournament that, like the Florida State game that was close, the Virginia game in the final was down to the wire? Was there any kind of weakness that you saw that maybe a better team could take advantage of?
Florida State got size on them, and they got kind of beaten up on the boards, but there was turnover issues in that game. Virginia just shot the lights out, and what impressed me wasn't so much that those games were close. It was that Duke had to win 2 completely different styles of game. They had to go against a shooting kind of backdoor cut you move around offense in Virginia, and in Florida State they just went a bunch of big athletic dudes that were attacking the rim and out rebounding them and beating them in the midcourt. So they won 2 really hard games against 2 very different teams, which I want to talk about setting you up for a tournament play. I mean, they played different styles of ball and beat those teams that were doing it very well. They beat them at their game. So they're so good that you're going to have to bring 5 NBA player type guys against them and have them all function well for 40 minutes. And there's only one team that can do it, and that's the other team that's still there.
Well, this Duke team lost 2 games this year. Their 2 losses came by a combined 4 points. They lost both those games in the last minute of the game against Texas Tech and North Carolina. Texas Tech was a neutral site game. The North Carolina game was at UNC, a game that they were in control of.
And the guy that beat them isn't even playing.
Is not playing. But this is the list of teams. This is just a list of top 5 seeds that they have wins over this season already. Kansas, Arkansas, Florida, Michigan State, Virginia twice, Louisville.
With Mikel Brown.
Michigan, and Virginia again. So yeah, I mean,
they're just so good.
They beat everybody.
Yeah, they're just good everywhere, and they don't beat themselves. They're not going to turn the ball over more than 6 times, and that's a bad game for them. But they do limit possessions. They're not a fast team. You can run by them. That doesn't mean you'll successfully run by them, but you can if you get some rebounds. Florida State proved it, but It's the good news is there's one team with the physical makeup to beat them out there, and it's the other team.
Claymore says conference tournament weaknesses are misleading when you play back-to-back days. Well, remember, in a tournament setting, you're playing every other day, so like it's not like totally wild. And Duke only had to play 3 games in their conference tournament. They didn't have to play 5 or like some of these other teams. So, I
think Claymore makes a point, but the thing is, if that's a tournament where you've not seen those teams before, that's one thing. But by the time you're in the tournament, you've already seen them twice. You know what they do. Not a lot of surprises. It's your game versus theirs. So I do think that's the great equalizer as far as playing back-to-back or at least every other day. It's not that important once you get to the tournament.
The other team they have listed here is Arizona. Arizona is west of the Mississippi, first of all, which Rob is turned off by. But they are 32-2. Their 2 losses, back-to-back losses, by the way, by 4 points at Kansas. Pretty tough place to go play. On a Monday, where Kansas never loses on Big Monday at home, and an overtime loss against Texas Tech, 78-75. Other than that, they have not only been unbeaten, they've been rarely challenged. Outside of the Iowa State game, where it took a buzzer beater for them to win, they have pretty much run roughshod over everybody. They beat Florida this year. They beat UCLA handily. They beat UConn this year. They beat Alabama. They beat Houston twice. They beat Kansas. They beat Iowa State twice. They have been the bully.
They're the one team that can actually stand toe-to-toe with Duke.
The thing I love about this team, their 5 starters are – 4 of their starters are probably lottery picks.
Yes, they're all NBA players on this roster.
The 5th guy, Jaden Bradley, is the Big 12 Player of the Year. The guy who's least likely to be an NBA guy because he's smaller is the Big 12 Player of the Year, the guy who hit the buzzer beater against Iowa State. Every other starter for this team is a legitimate NBA talent. It's hard if you haven't watched Arizona play, it's hard to describe the physicality that they play with. It is a very old school game. There's no threes. They are if they shoot threes, it's because they're up and they're having fun. For the most part, they do not, like, in tight situations, they're not looking to shoot 3-pointers. They're looking to drive the ball, jam it down your face, and get to the free throw line, and they make their free throws. This is a very complete team, offensively and defensively. They're hard to deal with. They're top 5 in the country in both of those things. They're one of the best, if not the best, rim defense in the country. You can't score easy against them, period. I think they're going to be a real problem.
Yeah.
The one concern could be maybe a little bit of turnover issue, but I don't know, man. I just feel like this is the team to beat. It's
1-2, 2-1, depending on how you look at it. Those 2 teams are so much better than everybody else. And as you were talking about Arizona and Duke, man, Grant McCaslin and Tech, if they
beat both of them.
They beat them both. If they just had Toppin, if he was just there, it's so close. They would have been legitimately. I think that they might not have won the Big 12, and they might not have figured out how to be a number 1 seed. But if they were still playing and they still had Toppin and they were a 2 or 3 seed, it'd be hard to keep them out of the 4. It really would be. That's what an unfortunate circumstance to have beaten the 2 best teams in basketball and played the kind of game that Tech has to play to do it.
And nobody's really talking about them.
Well, I mean, no Toppin, it's not the same. You just know that Toppin was that big of a difference maker. And if he'd have just been healthy, how much closer they could have been to this.
They still have a lottery pick, Christian Anderson. They've got game. And no one, they're a 5 seed.
It just sucks that he's not playing because it just shows who they could have been with Toppin. I was telling you in the break, it's going to be hard to convince me not to pick Duke. But I'll tell you what, to me, it's coming down to a coin flip. It really is. Those guys, both coaches I respect, both programs have the lineage. Both of them have NBA players. I will say this about Arizona, is they can do one thing to up their game. And you just talked about it. They don't shoot threes, but they got a kid who can. Blurice, is that his name? The kid can
Burries,
shoot.
yeah.
They do have a guy that, if given the opportunity, can go get you 50% from three, and that might be enough to be the separator for me to take Arizona. I'm not committing to it yet, but I think, as I sit right now, I like Duke. But, the closer I get and the more I see Arizona highlights, it might bring me to change my circle to an X there and put Arizona to win it.
Yeah, there's like I said, a handful of teams. I'm probably down to about 5 or 6 teams I could really picture winning it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's probably about the 5 or 6 that this guy's talking about. I'd probably take his top.
Pick one other that we didn't talk about. Is there one that have floated around that you go, I saw enough of them to kind of make me think there's a chance. And I think there's one that you didn't bring up that might be possible.
I don't think so.
What about Vanderbilt?
They can't win the title.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. No.
I think that of all, other than those 7 or 8 that we already talked about, whatever that list, I think Vanderbilt is the next one on that list. I think that they've won big games. They've got seasoned talent. They don't do dumb things to lose games. Now, things have to fall right. I mean, certainly they got to have the right matchup. But of the one group that, because I put them right in there with a skill level of about a Michigan State. Not the kind of names, but the style could get them in a little bit of run. And only reason I say that is that's the other one that maybe kind of got left out. I don't think that, like, there's not a lesser school, and I say lesser, a mid-American conference school that I think is going to make a little bit of a run. At least nothing that looks apparent to me. But again, I look at it again, this is the Blue Bloods and everybody else.
If I was trying to come up with teams that weren't on that list, I think I would start with Texas Tech just because. I know there's no JT Toppin, and that's a huge deal, but.
What about Wisconsin?
Wisconsin is the other one I was going to say maybe I could look at just because they've gotten hot down the stretch. They almost beat Michigan.
That Aussie, I think he's still making threes.
Yeah, that team, that's a team I could be interested in. But I also saw them lose some games that it's like good teams don't lose those games. They lost to Oregon. They lost to USC. Like they lost some weird ones that I'm just kind of like, I don't know. And I also saw them lose some games like by a million. They got beat by Corn, in Nebraska. They beat them by about 30. And nobody talks about Nebraska either, who's an elite defensive team that's got some three-point shooters.
They're going to have trouble first round.
Yeah,
that's me. Troy's tough.
So, I think it's hard to get outside the top 4 seeds, quite frankly. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll see what's going on in the world outside of sports. It is the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Got a new trouble spot at 1604 northbound just past Braun Road. Accident right lane. Already a 30-minute delay. Has to stop and go from Calabro. This road work on the northeast side. Now, this is our heaviest delay. It's been like this all morning long. 35 southbound O'Connor on down to Weidner. Only the left lane is open. Solid 75-minute delay. And backup starts at Schertz Parkway. Nacogdoches still a good alternate route. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by eBay.
So I was on eBay because I'm absolutely obsessed
with this rare hologram trading card. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. eBay had it. They even had
the perfect parts that fit my car.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay.
Hey, this is Rob Thompson here with my good friends from Prize Picks. I've got a little hint for you. I want you to go download Prize Picks right now. And if you remember the code Alamo, you're going to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Remember, that's code Alamo, and you'll get $50 in lineups. That's just from me to you. Now, let's talk about why you want to go get on Prize Picks, because right now is the best time to play Prize Picks, because the season's meat is there. We know what the teams are doing. We know who's going to get more or less. Now go capitalize. As college ends up, as the NBA pros head toward the playoffs, you know that Wemby's trending up. You know that Steph Castle's trending up. You know that certain guys are trending down. Now's the time to go play. So when you're playing basketball and you are winning, remember what Prize Picks does for you? If they start out fast, you can go ahead and cash out before the game's even over. That's why I love Prize Picks. Also, you got good picks? Share them on social media. They're going to help you do that. Prize Picks is fantastic because being right is good, being right more is better, but man, it feels so good to be right.
Dave Ramsey here. The only water softener I recommend is a quality water softener from Connecticut. It really is the last water softener you'll ever own.
ConnecticutSA.com.
And tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
The St. Patty's Day parties at the Roo Pub are legendary, and this year it will be the biggest St. Patrick's Day party ever. An all-day block party starting at 11 a.m. The green beer will be flowing, live music with Finding Friday on the outdoor stage from 6 to 9. DJs at both the Roo and Angry Elephant before and after the band. It's an all-day party March 17th, and this year is going to be bigger and better than ever before. So plan now to celebrate St. Patrick's Day the right way at the Roo Pub and Angry Elephant, 281 in Redland Road.
Calling all flag football fans, HEB and the Dallas Cowboys are bringing back the Dallas Cowboys Flag Football Classic, presented by HEB. Join us Saturday, March 21st from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Star Complex Center in San Antonio to watch local youth flag football teams take the field, hang with Rowdy at the Dallas Cowboys Hall of Fame trailer, and more. For more details, visit dallascowboys.com/HEB flag today.
Flight by Yingling is the presenting sponsor of the 94-1 San Antonio Sports Star Spring Golf Tournament on March 30th, and they're giving you the chance to win big. Register now to win a set of custom golf clubs valued at $2,800. Imagine hitting the course with custom clubs while enjoying a crisp Flight by Yingling, just 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. Head to yingling.com/golf to enter. No purchase necessary. Must be 21 or older to win. Enjoy responsibly. DG Yingling & Sons, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Looking for the ultimate hangout spot? Swing by 90 Proof Bar and Grill, where the kitchen stays fired up till midnight, serving up all your game day favorites with daily drink specials. 90 Proof Bar and Grill, corner of Highway 90 and Lucky Ranch. Food, cold drinks, and live sports.
Hi, I'm Jason Thompson, and I've represented folks here in San Antonio injured by negligent drivers for more than 30 years. If you or a family member has been seriously injured, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson, at 210-900-0400. I've heard from many of my clients that after they were involved in a collision, they would get phone calls asking them to hire an attorney. This is highly irregular and probably illegal. Any attorney that is trying to contact you either directly or through a marketing company is not the kind of attorney that you should trust with such a serious matter. Quite frankly, it's creepy. If you call me, we will speak directly. If you hire me, it will be after you and I have talked. I will explain what I can do for you, and you can decide what you would like me to do next. The phone call and the consultation are free. Getting a smart result requires that you make smart decisions along the way, and that's my job, to help you and your family make smart decisions, and that's based on more than 30 years of experience. If you've been injured in an accident, call me, Jason Thompson, at 210-900-0400, or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
This is an important notice to all U.S. taxpayers. The IRS is giving away billions of dollars in tax savings through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative to aid delinquent taxpayers. This initiative was established for anyone facing financial hardship and unable to pay their back taxes. Qualifying and enrolling in this program will stop all collections, settle your delinquent tax problem, and even reduce what you owe by thousands of dollars. Call the hotline at People's Tax Relief to see if you qualify and get this free information by dialing 800-922-1284. If you have unfiled tax returns or cannot afford to pay your personal or business back taxes, you can now get the help you need. One simple phone call can resolve your tax problem and save you thousands of dollars. To see if you qualify and to get this important free information, call 800-922-1284. 800-922-1284. 800-922-1284.
You're locked on The Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
This is when this dance move was big, when you did the arm twist.
Yeah, there you go.
I can't listen to this now without thinking of Dirk Diggler.
I know, right?
That movie ruined this. Not that this song wasn't any good anyway, but
what do you think about when you think about him?
His massive unit. I can't unsee that.
Yeah.
Okay, it reminds me of that, and it also reminds me of the movie Superman when Zod walked in the diner.
Zod.
Or Zod. Zed.
Zog.
Zod?
Zog.
Was it Zod or Zed? I can't remember.
It's General Zod.
General Zod, yeah.
Zed is the guy,
the
rapist,
dead.
the rapist in Pulp Fiction.
Oh, that's right.
Zed is dead.
See, it got a little mixed
Zed
up.
and the Gimp.
Who's Zed? Zed's dead, baby.
Zed is dead.
Zed's dead, baby.
Dirk Diggler.
You had to sit through 2.5 hours, but you finally got to see it. Like, holy cow. Is that real?
All right.
All right, here we are. Okay.
Yeah, quit playing around, Vic.
Bunch of silliness.
Quit playing
grab ass
around.
going on around here.
Quit playing around, man. This is a real serious program.
I remember one time R.C. Slocum had just taken over the A&M football program, and he was getting interviewed, and they were standing on the sidelines. They go, he had just taken over for Jackie Sherrill, and things were kind of an upheaval. He goes, yeah, we want to have a good time. Not that grab ass and good time, but, hard working good time. We don't want to have that grab ass and good time. We want to have us a hard working good time.
Nobody wants that.
Bunch of grab ass going on around here.
Are you familiar with a woman named Corey Richens?
Why? What'd she say? No, I'm not.
Corey Richens' husband died, and she wrote a self-published a children's book about coping with grief. Well, after some research, they found that Corey Richens slipped 5 times the lethal dose of fentanyl into a cocktail that her husband drank.
Wrote a book about sadness
in March 2022, and then in Park City, Utah, and then she wrote a book about it. They say Richens was $4.5 million in debt and falsely believed that when her husband died, she would inherit his estate, which is worth more than $4 million. They also said she was planning a future with another man she was seeing on the side. The jury deliberated for less than 3 hours, and a jury found her guilty of aggravated murder.
Well,
she's going to be one of the best-selling authors in prison now.
I'll tell you what, but she was in a good mood. She wasn't sad anymore.
This is the worst part. She was also convicted on other felony charges, including an attempted murder charge in what authorities allege was another effort to poison her husband weeks earlier on Valentine's Day with a fentanyl-laced sandwich that made him break out in hives and black out.
Jeez, dude, man, this guy had a bad week.
I know.
The sandwich damn near killed me.
Richens' defense attorney said Eric Richens was addicted to painkillers and had asked his wife to procure opioids for him. Corey Richens, however, told police earlier in a video that her husband had no history of illicit drug use. She wanted to leave him, but did not want to leave his money, is what they're saying.
That's why I stay broke.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm worth more alive than dead. Which ain't saying much.
Yeah. So, how about that? How about she'd opened about $2 million in life insurance policies on him as well.
I'd kill her husband and write a book on sadness and grief.
Yeah. They showed the jury text messages between Richens and Robert John Grossman, the man with whom she was having an affair, in which she fantasized about leaving her husband, gaining millions in a divorce, and marrying him. The internet search history from Richens' phone included, "What is a lethal dose of fentanyl?" "Luxury prisons for rich America," and "if someone is poisoned, what does it go on the death certificate as?"
Because it has to say this.
How many times lately is the search history the final nail in the coffin?
It feels like always.
You're going to have to go to a library or something. Stop using your own stuff.
Yeah, and by the way, that's what friends are for. Like, if you ever need to do away with your wife, you can borrow my phone.
Just Google it on somebody else's phone. You don't want your search history. How much fentanyl do I need to kill my husband?
It's a shame that, like...
Well, how much did it say?
I mean, apparently That's what apparently she had to search that after the stuff she put in the sandwich wasn't enough.
Because what I used didn't do the.
I thought like a pin drop would be.
I know
they
always say if it
like if you
the
touch it.
The amount of fentanyl on the tip of a needle is enough to kill you. Meanwhile, this chick's like putting fentanyl mayonnaise on his sandwich and
nothing.
He's like, oh, I'm a little itchy.
Don't cops touch it and they just fall down?
I know. Starting to think fentanyl's a scam.
That's not what I paid for.
Search history. Is fentanyl a scam?
Yeah.
Can
fentanyl really kill you? Because
my sandwich.
Man.
Here, honey, eat this.
A man is facing charges after deputies say he pretended to be an officer to take someone's money. Garrett Thompson was arrested earlier this month in Georgia. The victim reported being contacted by Officer Shepard, who said there was a jury duty issue. The victim was told to pay $1,350 or turn himself in to the Gwinnett County Sheriff's Office. Because the victim thought it was real, he sent the money to the phone number provided by the caller. Investigators were able to trace the phone number to Thompson, who confirmed that he did receive the money. And the Gwinnett County Sheriff's Office reminds citizens that law enforcement will never request payment over the phone to resolve jury duty matters or other legal issues.
That's a good, safest.
If you receive a suspicious call, maybe report them to your local law enforcement. You got to be real dumb. Okay, $1,350 or you're going to jail. Okay, how do I pay you? Cash App? Do you have Cash App? PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, Apple Pay, whatever. No, that's not how it works, guys. Do not do that. We're better than that. But also, don't try to scam people. I'm against. I'm against scams.
Get out of jail with your iTunes gift cards. I need $1,000 in iTunes gift cards. That's all we take.
$1,000 in Cheesecake Factory.
That's all we do here in Gwinnett County.
Gift certificates.
Cheesecake gift cards. That's how we make bail here.
Jeez.
All right. And finally.
Before we got to talk about Alabama basketball.
You know what?
Players.
You're right. I did mean to bring that up. The Alabama. We didn't talk about Alabama. Crimson Tide.
You know why?
As a title team, because they're going to have to play without one of their best players, which is an unfortunate turn of events. But Alabama will be without Aiden Holiday, their second leading scorer in the backcourt mate of LeBaron Philon. He's been removed from campus after being arrested for felony drug charges. Authorities found more than a pound of marijuana at a home, leading to his arrest. And Nate Oates said, "We've got standards in our program. We've got some ways we've held our guys accountable. We try to keep everything in-house. Obviously, some of these situations you can, and this is one of those. We found out about what was going on this morning. I found out this morning. I guess it all went down this morning. We had to suspend him pending the investigation." First of all, it's weed, right? I thought we were over. I
thought it was legal in most places. I don't know.
Isn't it not on the?
It's not a Schedule 1 anymore.
Yeah,
we know that.
Schedule 1.
Come on, Alabama.
Especially now. Now, above and beyond the crime itself, there's something about college towns where these little indiscretions, these little dalliances on the other side of the law, are normally not really highlighted. Normally not put out to the public, especially 4 days before your NCAA tournament game.
Yeah.
If this had happened, and I'm not saying Bryan College Station, it might not have been a bigger crime considering his talent level and the game coming as it would be for, say, me getting arrested with a pound of weed on my kitchen table. Because I'm not getting ready to go play a game that could bring my university hundreds of thousands of dollars. Just saying, when you're choosing your NIL money, where you're playing also matters.
Yeah.
Well, he went out like that.
Alabama, they're an outlaw program, man. I think at some point when you got a murder within the last 5 years, and they had, Darius Miles, that whole problem. We got this. Alabama got a little bit of an outlaw issue there, Nate Oates.
You got a professional basketball player coming back and playing for your college team.
There's some stuff going on down there that's got a little loose around the edges for Coach Oates.
Just having a good time.
You didn't know your player had a pound of weed on his table?
He's like, well, I mean, he dealt
How
to
much
me.
money did he have there too, right?
Yeah, they did. He did have paraphernalia and cash as well.
Paraphernalia.
But also, like, if
Was
all
that
it
a
is,
grinder?
No
that's
guns?
what I'm saying. If all it no guns. So
Okay.
if all it is weed and money,
let him play.
Let the man live.
He's an entrepreneur. He started a small business. He's
Yeah.
learning
Big deal.
profit
yeah.
margins and cartel math. He's learning some good stuff.
Spreading the love, man.
Yes.
My dad would. My dad told me the story. Well, actually, my grandpa originally told me the story, and my dad had to confirm it about my dad when he was going to Southwest Texas, because he was playing football there, but he was also running a grow operation, and
he's an entrepreneur. What's the problem? He's a farmer.
One of his friends got caught. So he's like, my dad's. He's like, your dad piled all the plants that he had into his car and drove back home.
With all the plants in the car?
Then put them back in the dirt.
Did he have tinted windows back then?
I don't think so. But he's like, he loaded up his car and showed up with a bunch of weed plants.
Yeah, move on in. Not that there's anything right with that. Not that we
Yeah,
condone
man, it's
such
wrong.
illicit activities.
No, it's wrong.
Oh, those were the swag days.
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you. I
The
mean,
seeds and
I'm
stems.
looking at his criminal. You got first-degree possession and failure to affix a tax stamp.
Is it legal in Alabama?
And maybe it's more legal down there than we thought.
Yeah.
But if you're getting, and it was only a $5,000 bond.
Okay, well,
And
I
of
don't
a
course.
tax stamp?
That
was an
sounds like
actual
something from the
charge?
revenuers. And
I know. The IRS wants their cut, man.
That's the cartel right there.
Charlemagne the God.
Radio dude, I respect him.
He and Andrew Schultz have a podcast, and they suggested that. Do you remember when the BAFTAs were going on, and there was the
BAFTA,
guy
British? That's the British Oscars,
yeah,
right?
and there was the guy who came at, who yelled the racial slurs. He had Tourette's.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Well, Charlemagne the God is making the claim that Michael B. Jordan and the Sinners team hired the Tourette's guy to shout racial slurs to boost the film's Oscar chances, to give them some Oscar momentum.
My niece said something
over
about
Timothée
this the other
Chalamet.
day. That's nuts.
Does that mean you believe it?
No, it doesn't mean I don't believe it, but the very idea is nuts.
It's brilliant.
It kind of is.
It's kind of brilliant.
Just hire the Tourette's guy. You never know what's going to happen.
It's like, hey, man, listen, we know you got Tourette's. I need you
say
to
a couple words in your ear.
I need you to use your powers for good tonight. And if you do, I am going to give you X amount of dollars.
All right, you have to pay me a bunch of money because I might not come back from this.
I don't know. And finally, there's a lot of questions surrounding the arrest of Britney Spears for DUI. They're saying the situation's not adding up. Randy Quaid.
Oh, the voice of reason.
Yeah, very reasonable man. The area where Britney Spears was arrested for DUI is generally it's proven in court to set up innocent people with pre-filled DUI forms. Britney's followed 24/7 by
her own security.
No, by Harvey Levin and TMZ. They worked with corrupt Ventura and Santa Barbara counties to do exactly what they did: arrest a target for tabloid crap. Arrest Harvey for his Epstein connection and victim suppression. That's according to Randy Quaid. But audio from a 911 call later released that evening shows the incident was reported at 8:48 when a caller claimed a black BMW was weaving across lanes on the 101. Dispatch quickly alerted California Highway Patrol units, warning of a vehicle speeding and weaving in and out of lane and driving with no taillight. But the timeline may not be that simple. Some reports, including the one from the Daily Mail, suggest the call actually began at around 8:13, and the discrepancy has created some speculation about what may have been happening before officers located the car.
What do we think is happening? Are they protecting her, or are they going after her? What I'm trying to figure out.
They're trying to say that they were going after her.
Just
they were trying
to make some headlines.
They said they would have to explain why on a 6-lane highway with heavy traffic at 9 p.m. no one recorded or saw her car swerving, and why she only covered 7 miles in 40 minutes from 8:48 p.m. when the so-called anonymous call was made until her arrest.
Well, okay. Well, okay. But by their argument, they're saying there's too much traffic for her to swerve across 7 lanes. But they're not saying there was too much traffic for her to take 40 minutes to go 7 miles, because it's taken me that long to go 7 miles on the 101.
Yeah, but if there's that much, there would be people able to record her doing her swerve.
I don't think it's going to be that hard to find Britney Spears inebriated or out of her faculties anywhere outside of her home at any point. Wow. I think she probably is every time she leaves her house. Poor girl is not balanced.
Yeah, I hope. Blood alcohol was 0.06, below the legal limit, but toxicology reports are pending, and we'll see if it was something other than alcohol.
She pulled the hair.
Remember when she? When Wimby was in Vegas and she ran over to say hi, and they, kind of looked like she was assaulting him. Which means she probably just stumbled into him drunk. But, that poor thing. I think this isn't.
Bless her heart.
I'm serious.
Bless her heart.
This isn't going to end well. It's going to be a tragic end. It might not be soon, but it'll be a tragic end.
Bless her heart. All right, we got one segment left, guys. It is a segment we do called the Daily Lines. We'll do it on the other side. Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
4. All right, fellas. Quick heads up. The 94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Spring Golf Classic at the Golf Club of Texas on Monday, March 30th.
Yeah, it's officially sold out.
4. But don't worry, you can still be part of the fun. Join us after the round for the ultimate golf after party at 90 Proof Bar and Grill at Lucky Road Ranch and Highway 90. Cold drinks, great food, and about 1,000 exaggerated stories about the one drive that almost hit the fairway. The sold-out Spring Golf Classic, presented by Flight by Yingling and sponsored by Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, Jim Beam, and Sarah Auto Group, On the Rocks Premium Cocktails, PPL Motorhomes, and Hornitos Tequila.
The tournament is back. You know there's going to be upsets. You know there's going to be buzzer beaters. And I can tell you, Underdog is the best place to get in on all the action. Hi, Jason Minix here from The Blitz. On Underdog, you can make your picks and win money right now here in Texas. Love playing on Underdog because it's fun and it's easy. Because you pick whether your favorite players are going to go higher or lower on stats like points, rebounds, steals, and more. Get all your picks right, you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. So download the Underdog app today. Use my promo code STAR to score $50 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code STAR at Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-MY-RESET or visit ncpgambling.org.
George gets justice. After being hit by an 18-wheeler, the experienced attorneys of George Salinas Injury Lawyers are San Antonio's choice for getting you the maximum compensation you deserve. With over 110 years of combined experience, they've recovered millions for their clients. 18-wheelers may be bigger than you on the road, but you can be bigger than them in the courtroom. George guarantees that you don't pay unless they win your case. Call 210-225-0909 today for a free consultation. George gets justice. GetGeorge.com.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams Spring Sale and get 35% off paints and stains March 13th through the 23rd. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
Progressive knows there's no one more important to your team than your pet. They're like your top draft pick.
And it looks like Chuck has selected Pepper the Corgi. Bold pick there, Deborah.
Yeah, Rich, Pepper has a high ceiling for sure, but he does have a tendency to bark at every tree.
Yeah, he brings a lot to the table, but also takes a lot off of it, especially when it's been left near the edge.
Nothing left to do now, but suit him up for the dog park.
Protect your top draft pick from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates to third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations. Covered subject to policy terms.
Okay, I have to tell you. I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest. The last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the...
Designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your...
Windshield wipers. eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying. Just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
When I wake up, the best mornings in the morning light start with Wrangler. I pull on my jeans and I feel all right. Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started. Good mornings make for better days. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Ready to feel better this spring? At Centergenics and Low T Center, get TRT customized to your body and covered by insurance. This month, the men's testosterone test is free, plus huge savings on hormone testing and peptides. Book now at Centergenics.com.
This is Joe Reinagle. You're listening to the home of the Aggies, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Oh, yes. Creed.
Yeah. Oh, it's like, is this a deep cut?
No.
Oh, this is a hit?
A big hit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go.
When I'm down to my last breath. Let me say, Vic.
Up.
Hold me now. I'm 6 feet from the edge and I'm thinking.
All right.
Maybe 6 feet ain't so far down. Oh! See, all the haters, they don't know about Creed. Rob's a hater.
Yeah. No, I know all about Creed.
If it weren't for Creed, Creed walked so you two could run.
Maybe. Maybe
Right?
that's the case.
Yeah.
Maybe I would all to Scott Stapp or whatever his name is.
That's his name.
Now that it's over, and all of my mistakes. Reflecting on all of my mistakes, Vic.
That doesn't take long. How many mistakes are there?
Somewhere in
quite a
his
few.
grace.
Nah, only mistakes if you
Cried out,
treat him like that.
Heaven save me, but I'm down to one last breath. And with it, let me say, hold me now.
I don't know what
I'm
happened to
6
these guys.
feet from the edge, and I'm thinking. What do you mean? They played the Houston Rodeo
Oh,
two
that's
nights
right.
ago.
That's right. Did they play this one? I hope.
I sure they did.
Oh, they
All
always
right.
play the older ones.
Frankie says AJ's singing again. Spurs 50 wins again. All is right in the world.
You got to raise
Damn
your
right,
bar.
Frankie Burrito.
Frankie Burrito, you need to raise your bar. You need to aim higher, man.
Down.
It's the little things that matter the most and the least, I guess.
SR 2001 says Creed is ass, but you know what, man? That's what dudes have to say because they're trying to save face. But they really, you probably have a Creed CD. SR.
I thought that was their third record, ass.
No. All right. I could sing this all day, but instead, we'll do the daily lines.
Thank God. Although, remember when...
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the daily lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You covered! Yeah!
Creed did the cowboy halftime?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Oh,
We forget the greatness that was Creed.
Yeah. No, we don't.
I play it. I still play it.
Frankie says it's even better on YouTube when you realize the music doesn't play on YouTube. That's true.
Yeah.
I guess. You guys just get me a cappella on YouTube.
See, that's what you YouTubers, that's what I get.
No, you hear the background music too.
I get enough of it to know where you're headed, but I get mostly you. So I mean, it is what it is. We all have our guapos.
That's awesome. All right. The first four in Dayton, Ohio. Tonight, we got a couple close ones. UMBC and Howard. UMBC, a -120 favorite. And not even a need for a point spread. It is basically a pick 'em. I'll lean towards Howard in this one.
I have no earthly. I got UMBC circled because they were just on the top.
Okay.
And I knew of what they spoke.
I won't be watching the game though.
I'll keep you up to date.
I'll only
text
watch it.
you
I'll
updates.
only watch it if I get one of my betting partners gives me a tip that I should be on this game. Otherwise, I'm out. I think I will be on the over in North Carolina State, Texas.
I think you got me convinced there.
It's a pick'em game. The total's 157.5. When these two teams played earlier this season, and by the way, when they played earlier this season, it was on a neutral floor. Although a lot of people say the rims there in Hawaii are very forgiving.
They are.
But there was 199 points scored in that game.
If it
That's
goes
some
that high.
really forgiving rims. So that was, in fact, that was the highest scoring game that Texas played all year.
Wow.
So, I'm going to say over 156.5. The two teams that just suck on defense. NC State can shoot. I think Texas is going to have extra opportunities because they're going to dominate the offensive glass. So, give me the over in that game. I lean towards Texas ever so slightly, but no real feel for who wins this one.
We're only slightly different. I think North Carolina State's going to shoot past them, but it wouldn't shock me one bit. In fact, I'd like to see Sean Miller get this game because I do want Texas to become a little bit more of a basketball threat in this conference, and I think he's the one that's going to do it.
Well, they're worse than they were last year, which is not a ideal start. Now, but again,
the greatness
the
that
talent
was Coach Terry. It's hard to replace a man with glasses like that.
Well, Rodney Terry, for as crappy as a coach he was a really good recruiter.
Yeah, that's his goal. and so is Sean Miller. He just got to Texas late.
Yeah.
He got there late and did get a chance, and he gets very specific players once he gets them. And I think Texas is headed the right way.
NBA tonight. The Oklahoma City Thunder look to keep rolling. They are 9.5-point favorites in Orlando. Orlando, who got waxed in Atlanta last night, even without the lemon pepper wings. Oklahoma City's kind of like the Spurs. Bet against them at your own behest, but I guess technically, the Spurs didn't cover last night thanks to that late flurry.
They didn't. That's right.
But the Thunder 9.5-point favorites. I think they blow out the Magic.
Yeah, they're so good.
And the Magic are on a back-to-back, the second leg of a back-to-back, playing against the best team in the world. That just doesn't seem ideal to me. So, give me the Thunder on the road. The Heat are in Charlotte, taking on the Hornets. Hornets are 3.5-point favorites. I like Charlotte here. I think Charlotte is, despite losing to the Spurs, and that might be the taste that a lot of people have in their mouths, but Charlotte's a lot better than that, and Miami is no San Antonio. So give me the Hornets to get the job done tonight. Pistons laying 18 points on the road at the Wizards.
I think it's doable.
Yeah,
I think Jalen Duren could get 90.
He could. I'm not touching an 18-point favorite, though. Knicks laying 15.5, hosting the Indiana Pacers. And the Cleveland Cavaliers, 10.5-point road favorites in Milwaukee. Minnesota, 3.5-point favorites, hosting Phoenix. I think I kind of like Minnesota there. What about this one? What if I offered you the Philadelphia 76ers and 15.5 points going to Denver?
And 15.5.
15.5, I tell you.
No.
No?
No.
Man,
not in Denver.
That feels like a lot of points, man. Lot of points. And then the Spurs, this is also a lot of points. On the road, 13.5-point favorites at Sacramento. On the road, second night of a back-to-back.
It's a lot, but Sacramento is truly terrible.
They are. Here's the only reason I would maybe lean towards Sacramento in the points tonight. I don't think they'll win, obviously. You're playing a back-to-back. Do we know if Harper or Cornette are playing?
I don't expect Harper to play.
So you're playing a back-to-back. You were shorthanded last night. That was two of your rotation guys. And probably without two rotation guys again, back-to-backs become a little more onerous.
Yeah, and especially I do think there's going to be some tired legs because they did have to expend a lot of effort that last 6 minutes that they probably shouldn't have. But, you know, the one thing that we have seen the Spurs do is those youthful legs seem to rebound pretty well.
Yeah.
They're not an old team. So I don't expect them to be tired. I do think that Mitch will have them ready to play at the tip instead of waiting until the end of the first quarter, which might make a difference.
Maybe if you like the Spurs, bet first half.
Yeah, and another thing is Wemby, I don't think we're going to get a lot of minutes from him. He had to work hard last night, and I know he's chasing all the records and wants to get all those games in, and he wants to get them in as fast as possible. So might be a bigger number than they can carry. But I'll tell you what, if the bench gets in there and shoots like they have, they could do it themselves.
Spurs first half also eliminates the late game nonsense that beat them last night. So. USA, World Baseball Classic. Nolan McLean going for Team USA. At least he'll start. Venezuela going with Eduardo Rodriguez. Team USA minus 275. The run line, they are minus 1.5. And the total, 8.5. I'm gonna go under. I think typically these championship games, I feel like they're more defensive minded. I'm gonna go with like a 4-2 USA victory tonight. Give me Team USA to get the job done, but it's not going to be a runaway game. I don't think it's going to be a lot of offense.
So you don't think there's a lot of bats on this Venezuelan team?
I think there are, but I think that we're going to stifle them because we're Americans and that's what we do.
I'm in, man. Let's go get this.
Right. And if we lose, expect more bombs tomorrow.
We're going to take their oil.
Yeah.
You thought you had a deal. No.
Oh, you like those ships you've got floating around Venezuela?
Getting those little fast boats.
Oh, you like that? Well, you might want to make sure that Team USA wins the World Baseball Classic.
Because oil tankers blow up, don't they, General?
Or else. Evil laugh. The New York Islanders are in Toronto to take on the Maple Leafs. Islanders minus 135. The Blue Jackets host the Hurricanes. Carolina's minus 155 there. The Boston Bruins are at Montreal. Montreal minus 155. The Blackhawks host the Minnesota Wild. Minnesota minus 185 on the road. That's a big number. Winnipeg minus 135 hosting the Nashville Predators. The Edmonton Oilers host the San Jose Sharks. Edmonton minus 175. The Kraken host the Tampa Bay Lightning. Tampa's minus 195. VGK minus 125 at home against Buffalo. The Florida Panthers minus 150 on the road against Vancouver. The Blitz, they are on the air today from 2 to 6 p.m.
You get there early.
They are at the Roop Hub celebrating St. Patrick's Day. Oh, yes.
I think you might want to get there early.
And wear a green costume. Rob was offered a green shirt today by Famous James, and he said, no, I will never wear that.
It's too much. Too much for my
It was a little too much.
There's a lot going on.
I was
It was. I'm not anti.
It was aggressive.
Yeah. That was a lot happening. But the Roop Hub and their Patty's celebration is always
they
fun.
get down,
They know what they're doing.
All right, friends. Enjoy that. Enjoy tournament basketball tonight. Rob, do you want to give a hook 'em? Like just to.
Hey, you know what? No.
Okay. We'll see you tomorrow, 6 o'clock.
KTFM Floresville, your home for the Super Bowl. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Have you or a loved one been arrested? Call the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, and get the aggressive legal help you deserve. From criminal defense to personal injury, attorney Jesse Hernandez and his powerhouse team are ready to fight for your rights. Calls are answered 24/7.